Friday Night Rivals pregame show is sponsored by Food City.
It is a beautiful night in Washington County, Tennessee, as we get you ready for high school football at Science Hill and David Crockett. You're watching Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, powered by your East Tennessee Toyota dealers. Hi, everybody. I'm P.J. Johnson, along with Sports Director Casey Getz. We've got a full schedule, chock full of stuff, Casey, starting with a special presentation.
Yeah, there's going to be during the pregame show, I want to get this name right, Staff Sergeant Jason Wendiger of the U.S. Army is going to present Cade Larkins and Dante Hackler from David Crockett. They were named Tennessee Army preseason All-Americans, so they're going to do a presentation here, pregame show. So big honor for Larkins and Hackler right there. Those are just two of the guys. If David Crockett's going to win tonight, we see the presentation is going to start taking place right now, and Larkins and Hackler going over there to receive their honors. It's a really cool honor right here. Again, they are named to the Tennessee Army preseason All-American team here at David Crockett High School. Quite an honor, PJ, to have not one but two players from the same school get this honor. Very prestigious. Of course, Cade Larkin is on the verge of perhaps breaking the all-time passing record in Tennessee, Casey. Yeah, Larkins last year, they led David Crockett to a 12-0 record, made it all the way to the state quarterfinals before losing to Knox Central, who went on to win the state title. So this is a big honor for Larkins and Hackler. They've been a dynamic duo in the wide receiver quarterback connection. Let's listen in.
Are selected for the preseason All-State team, representing the David Crockett Pioneers, quarterback Cade Larkin.
Cade Larkin getting his award. Really followed by Hackler.
As it should be, quarterback to wide receiver. Quarterback goes first.
I'm surprised Larkin just doesn't pass his award over to Hackler. Dante Hackler getting his award. So that's how we started out here, but this is just the tip of the iceberg, Casey. It really is. This is a big game tonight. First time in 5 years these two Washington County rivals will meet. And, Coach Hayden Chandler for David Crockett told us it's really not a rivalry because David Crockett hasn't done their part. The last 5 times they played in 2010 and 2014, the closest margin of victory for Science Hill was 36 points. So they've not had a competitive game in this series since 2009. You've been looking over both rosters. You've talked with both coaches. What are some of the keys tonight, you think? Well, for David Crockett, it's take care of the football. They had 2 turnovers last week early on in their game against Ooltewah, and that let Ooltewah hang around. For Science Hill, they got to finish in the red zone, and we'll have more on that later as well. But they had 450 yards of offense last week, Coach Carter told us, but they did not get it done in the red zone. You got to score touchdowns against good quality competition. They did not do that last week against Elizabethton. They're going to have to do that tonight against David Crockett. And when you look at these teams, both have outstanding performers. Chris Thomas for Science Hill, the running back, had over 200 yards rushing last week against Elizabethton. And then Cade Larkins, of course, a quarterback for David Crockett. He was a Mr. Football semifinalist last year, a finalist, one of the 3 finalists in Class 5A. If David Crockett's going to do what they want to do this year, Larkins is going to have to get it done tonight. And for Science Hill, Chris Thomas is going to be a bell cow tonight in the backfield. So we got a great game for you tonight, Casey. As you said, we have talked to both coaches, and we'll be talking to them briefly, right? Yeah, right now we're going to actually, Hayden Chandler. It was very unique with David Crockett. Last week they played Ooltewah. The game was suspended in the third quarter. So they didn't win, they didn't lose. It was a very unique situation, and Coach says it is something he has never seen before.
Definitely like anything that I've ever been a part of. Kind of struggle to find words to say at the end of the game because it's out of your control. Up to that point, we had done what we needed to do to be ahead. That part of it makes you feel good, but, we're still going to come in this week and correct the mistakes and get better and, try to be the best team in the stadium when Science Hill comes to town on Friday night. Look at it as a game that we can learn from, almost like another scrimmage, and get ready for Science Hill coming in here.
It's the first time in 5 years Science Hill and David Crockett will meet on the football field. This Washington County rivalry being renewed here, and the crowd you guys had last year for the Musket Bowl. I don't know if it's going to be sure like that, but obviously if it's anything close to that, it's going to be an electric atmosphere Friday night.
We talk about, Washington County rivals, and I'm not sure you can call it a rivalry, though. Crockett really hadn't done their part in the rivalry in the past, but, hopefully we can come out Friday night and play well, and like you said, hopefully there's a pretty good crowd here Friday night to see a good ball game between two groups that are looking to get their first win.
The whole retransformation of David Crockett has been an incredible story the last couple of years, and the community's just really bought into this. And how much has that meant to the kids?
It's meant a lot. It's meant a lot to me and our entire staff, and like you said, said, it's not only in the school with, their peers and teachers, but it broadens into the community and, places you go and, just saying, good luck, coach, on Friday night, or, just the support from different places around the area. But, you walk these halls on Friday when we played Ottawa, and you couldn't find a teacher that wasn't wearing brown and gold, and that just speaks to the support that they give the football team here. And credit to our kids and buying into what our vision was for the program. And, they went out and done a pretty good job representing us on Friday nights.
How about for you, when you became the head coach here, decided to take this job? I'm sure every coach has a plan, expectations, but going 12-0 last year into the state quarterfinals, that had to exceed the expectations. I mean, last year, first year, certainly a magical season, and you carry this over into year two with even more expectations this year.
Definitely wasn't expecting that. We took over our first spring practice out here. We had 28 kids and 4 coaches, so we went a long way in just a short amount of time. But our kids, really bought in, like I said, and caught on quick. And it helps when you have really good players. And we were able to put our kids in a good position to win, and they would go out and execute the game plan. And they were able to do that almost every single night. And it was a good experience for our underclassmen, going on the road to Knox Central and, battling them in that third-round game. And, hopefully, like you said, that translates, because the expectations are high this year as well.
You mentioned having pretty good players. You got a pretty good little quarterback there. He's on the verge of perhaps setting the state record for passing, and it seems like he's in the perfect offense to do that.
Yeah, we like to throw it, yeah. In high school, you don't see a lot of teams, especially around here, throw it as much as we do, but I kind of get aggravated, telling myself I'm getting pass happy, but when you got somebody like 16 back there slinging it, it's hard not to. But like you said, just an outstanding young man, not only a great football player, but a great leader for us, a great student in the classroom, carries a 4.1, 26, 27 on his ACT, and just conducts himself in a very respectful manner. Yes, sir, no, sir kid. Comes from a great family, great Christian family. Parents do a lot for our program as well. But that can't be done without some protection, and our offensive line is starting to gel a little bit better and come together to give him the protection he needs. And we've got a few good receivers out there he can throw it to as well.
Last year, obviously, it's nothing new. We're talking, Stacy is saying that he coached you in an all-star game. I mean, last year you played against your high school coach. And Jeremy, what is it like for you to be now on the opposite sidelines of the guys either you played for your team or even in an all-star game?
It's pretty neat. I first met Coach Carter when he coached us in the FCA All-Star game my senior year. Got to play against him his first year at Science Hill and his last year at Sullivan South. I guess his last couple years at Sullivan South, we played those guys. So we've had some battles, and he's got my utmost respect. One of my most respected coaches in the area, does things the right way. Preaches discipline to his kids, and me and Coach Carter have a really good relationship. And, we talked this weekend about our game and what happened and, how we wanted to exchange film and things like that. And just been really good to work with and play against over the years. So, I'm excited to get to go against him now as a coach. And, the challenge that brings is, he's one of the most respected coaches in the area.
From backyard barbecues to spirited tailgates, Food City has sizzling savings all grilling season long. If it roasts, chars, sizzles, or smokes. From backyard barbecues to spirited tailgates, Food City has sizzling savings all grilling season long. If it roasts, chars, sizzles, or smokes, get it for less at Food City.
This week's save on Food City fresh ground chuck, $2.99 per pound, 3 pounds or more. Sweet corn, buy one, get one free. Cantaloupe also, buy one, get one free. And more, only at Food City.
Value every day, Food City.
It's the Honda Summer Spectacular event, which means more of this. The kind of elation you can only experience after getting a great deal on a Honda Civic or Civic hatchback. Or an Accord. All come standard with the Honda Sensing suite of safety and driver assistive features. And as you can see, all will provide you with plenty of joy. Come be a part of it today.
Get a great deal on the Honda Accord and find your happy place at the Honda Summer Spectacular event.
Toyota's national clearance event is on. It's time to save on the last of the 2019s. Congratulations. I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Congrats. I can make your hands clap.
Lease an adventurous new 2019 RAV4 for $199 a month, or choose $1,250 finance cash, or get $3,000 cash back on the built-in the USA Highlander.
How long should we do this?
Well, the event doesn't end until September 3rd.
Toyota, let's go places.
And when you see the Sky 5 drone powered by Empire Ford, you know something big is happening. We have something big for you tonight. Science Hill versus David Crockett. Look at that view, Casey. Oh, my goodness.
This is as big time as it gets right here watching the Sky 5 drone. It is an awesome shot.
And we talk about big. You talk about Science Hill, one of the largest schools in the state of Tennessee. And they have a coach that has really turned this program around, although they were kind of disappointed in what happened last year.
Yeah, 6-6, the first non-winning season for Science Hill under Stacey Carter. Hard to believe this is his 10th season at Science Hill. Again, they used to play David Crockett. They used to be in the same conference. In 2009, Science Hill beat David Crockett by 1 point. That was the year before Stacey Carter got to Johnson City. In 2010, his first year from 10 to 14, they played every year in conference. The closest game between these two was 36 points. They were non-competitive games. Now, they haven't played in 5 years, but David Crockett has come a long, long way in those 5 years, and Coach Carter says he knows this is a different David Crockett team than his team has ever seen before.
They had a phenomenal year last year. I mean, I think it all starts with their quarterback, just a great football player. I think Hayden's done a super job. I think Jeremy Boskins did a super job, too. I mean, because this is kind of being a progress and them going, getting up to where they've been. And they're going to have another good year. They've got great players, and they got Coach Chandler is a good motivator and just a good young coach. We actually coached him in an all-star game a few years ago, me and Coach Nelson. So it's good to see how well he's doing, and what they're doing is a football team is pretty impressive.
Coach, when you try to build on something, you always want to build on a win. Of course, that did not happen against Elizabethton, but did you learn anything from that game?
Oh, absolutely. As young as we are, and we're young in a lot of different spots. I mean, we have freshmen starting on the offensive line. We have a ton of sophomores playing right now. I think anytime that you play a game and like that you're going to learn a lot of things. You're going to learn a lot of things about, your players, how you're coaching things, and there's a lot of adjustments. You learn a whole lot more, and we always say this, from a loss and you do a win. You don't want to have that loss, but you do learn a lot more, because I think you kind of study it a little bit more, and you think things that you can have figured out. So we're going to be able to make some adjustments, and we got to make some changes. But I think anytime you have a young team, that's something you're trying to fit those puzzle pieces together, and hopefully we'll get that straightened out here in a few games.
With the young guys, is there that growth between game 1 and game 2? Coaches always say that's kind of when you make your biggest stride. Is that something you believe in, and do you expect to see that in the biggest stride from last week to this week?
Absolutely. I mean, you have the youth. The first time that you went under, Friday Night Lights and under Elizabethton game, at Science Hill, I mean, that's a big game. So I think just that experience. I mean, we can talk about experience all you want, and the scrimmages and everything, and how hard you practice, but you have to have game experience.
As an offensive-minded coach, can you explain to us how this spread has kind of taken over high school football?
You can score a lot of points. I think that's one thing. It's hard to stop, and when you spread the formations out, it makes it harder to defend. I mean, you can tell that because the points are going up. And back when I played, I mean, you could see 21-14 games all the time. You just don't see that anymore. And I think that, spreading the formations out have really helped us. The quarterback running the football, and the multiple screens and stuff that you can do out of the spread offense.
You've coached a lot of talented players at South and at Science Hill. You think Chris Thomas is right up there with all these guys, though, right?
I believe he is probably the best running back that I've ever coached. I mean, he is very, very talented with the strength and the speed and the eyes, and he just the package, have good hands also. So he is a special player. I mean, I think anybody will tell you that's played him that the more time he gets the ball, the better he gets. And but he is a great football player, and we're glad to have him.
You know, you've been around a lot of good high school quarterbacks, Kurt Phillips and all these guys at South. Seem like you're rolling them out. How would you compare Larkins and his development at Crockett to some of the guys that you've seen and coached?
Oh, he's a fantastic player, and probably on film, his arm strength and how he gets rid of the ball. I mean, there's, you know, the college teams are offering him too. ETSU is offering him a scholarship. So, you know, Randy's not going to offer somebody that can't play. I mean, he gets the ball of his hands, and he is as good as throwing the ball as I've seen around. Now, I've had some different ones that could run and throw it, but he gets the ball out on time. I mean, mechanics look like they're flawless. So there's a lot of things that he just does naturally, and he's a super player.
It's kind of like everybody has just found a new toy to play with, Crockett football, and the crowds are starting to turn out now. It's probably going to be an amazing scene on Friday night.
And I think that's good to have those, you know, hometown rivalry games that sometimes we're missing how the conference is all split up. So it's going to be a great atmosphere, and I think a lot of times the county schools, I've been in that situation too, they really rally around the team. So I think it'll be a lot of people there, and people will be ready to watch that game.
As an offensive coach, is this a game you see the scoreboard operators going to be very busy Friday night with a lot of points? I mean, does it matter to you how this game plays as long as Science Hill comes out by at least 1 point, or I mean, do you expect a high-scoring game?
I hope we're scoring a lot of points. So, but we'll. I think it could be because they have so many weapons. I mean, and you can stop them sometimes, but they're going to make some plays. I mean, it's just going to happen. And hopefully we got some guys that are going to do the same thing. And, you know, we're a little bit different where they're all throwing. I think we're more balanced than them. And they have a real good running back, too, and has some good runs. But they want to throw the football, and I think that's in something. And who would not want to throw the football if you do it as well as they do? So that's something we're going to have to be ready for. But I think it could be a high-scoring game because there's a lot of weapons on both teams.
Here by the Jump TN out of Greenville, Tennessee. Four parachuters just came into the stadium, Casey. Quite a thrill.
It was. The music was blaring. The crowd was really into it. So cool to watch that there. Hopefully we're going to be able to show that to you here in a little bit. But 4 of them coming in here, and all 4 had a perfect landings.
They certainly did, and I'm surprised about how small those parachutes were. I was expecting something big.
I'm glad they were doing it instead of us. That's all I'm going to say. I don't think I could ever do that. That was here we go. Look at some footage of here. This is just amazing shots right here coming in. Look how smooth this landing is right here.
Now, what's the slide with his feet? This is the best part. As he touches down, he's just going to kind of slide like he's on a skateboard. Just like he's on ice. Look at that. That's awesome.
That's unbelievable. That's well done. Here's another one coming in carrying the American flag. Really, really cool. And I tell you what, this is by far the best pregame show we've ever seen I've ever seen at a high school football game. David Crockett doing it right tonight here, PJ.
They broke out everything for us tonight. And again, look at that small parachute. If I'm jumping out of a plane, I want the biggest thing possible. All right. You're watching the pregame show brought to you by Food City. And this, of course, is Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers. We'll be back.
It's grilling season. Time for sizzling savings at Food City.
This week, save on Food City fresh ground chuck, sweet corn, cantaloupe, and more. Only at Food City.
When the sun comes up, it's go time. Whether at work or at play, on the field or off, life doesn't stop, and neither should you. So when you get injured, Holston Medical Group is here to get you back on your feet. Our orthopedic and sports medicine physicians deliver quality care that exceeds expectations, specializing in non-surgical techniques and minimally invasive procedures to get you back in the game fast. Now with convenient walk-in access in Bristol at Sapling Grove. We are HMG, your doctor, your family, your health partner for life.
Hear that? That's the sound of scrambling eggs, sizzling bacon, and fresh biscuits headed for the breakfast bar. Shoney's. Let's eat.
Do you know who has a key to your home or business? Changing the locks in a new home or office can be a key factor in your family's safety. For your home, auto, or business security, call Papa Lock of the Tri-Cities, your trusted locksmith.
Welcome to Mocs of Jonesboro. Come in for a visit.
In addition to great sitting, be sure to check out our great gift selection from our gift shop. Lots of items to choose from and great for all ages. Mocs of Jonesboro, located in the heart of historic Jonesboro. Call today.
Hi, welcome to Toyota's
National Clearance Event.
Yes, now's the time to get a great deal on
the last of the 2019s.
Huh, I'm impressed. But the deals will only last until
September 3rd.
What am I thinking now?
Get the greater than ever 2020 Corolla with $1,000 cash back, or a low mileage lease for $169 a month, or lease this sporty and aggressive 2019 Camry for $209 a month.
Save on the last of the 2019s.
Come in today!
Okay, what's up?
Toyota, let's go places.
Toyota's Friday Night Rivals pregame show is sponsored by Food City.
And welcome back to beautiful Washington County, Tennessee. Look at that countryside. But we're not talking countryside tonight. We're talking football. Brought to you by the Sky 5 view of Empire Ford, powered by Empire Ford. This drone just changes everything, Casey. It gives you such a perspective.
It really does. The beautiful drone shots there. You see the Science Hill cheerleaders. They got some handprints on their legs. They're not sure what that theme is, but they're ready to go. Of course, Science Hill coming off a loss last week, PJ. They lost to Elizabethton for the second straight year, 28-20 last week. Stacey Carter, head coach of Science Hill, did not coach that game for the Toppers. He was serving a one-game suspension after being ejected in the playoff game last year when they lost to Maryville in the second round. So, coach was not there last week. And when we talked to him, he said he thought that affected the team because he is the offensive coordinator in addition to being the head coach. So, he only calls the plays, and he feels like if he was there, maybe some things should have gone a little differently when Science Hill was on offense.
Yeah, he made a really good point, Casey, that as the offensive coordinator, if you're filling in for somebody, you're not going to be as aggressive. So he felt they could have been more aggressive perhaps in the red zone and given Elizabeth a little bit better game. Now, as we said, they've just broken out all the surprises for us. We've had the skydivers, and now we're awaiting a fireworks show as the Crockett team enters the field.
That is going to be something to see, especially with this much sun. I'm not sure how the fireworks are going to look, but I'm anxious to see how the fireworks will look here. I mean, it has been a beautiful day for football. You see Science Hill is coming out right now. They're walking on the track and making their entrance. And again, the Sky 5 drone powered by Empire Ford. You can see the Toppers there in the white jerseys, yellow pants, walking in, and what a shot. The Science Hill band, of course, making the short trip from Johnson City to Jonesboro. And the Hilltoppers have entered the field here in Jonesboro, PJ.
I love this crowd. Look at these Crockett fans. Since last year, we did one of the pre-games last year here, and it was just a nut house. These fans were so enthusiastic, and it looks like we've got even more tonight.
We were here for the Musket Bowl last year, the pre-game show. Daniel Boone, David Crockett. That was unbelievable. 9,000 people here. There was a 2-mile. Took 2 hours to go from downtown Jonesboro to the high school here, which normally you could probably make in about 5 to 7 minutes.
Just not a seat to be had tonight because everybody wants to see this in person. Crockett with one of the biggest challenges they'll have all year. Science Hill's a challenge no matter when you play them.
This is the first time since 2014 these two schools will meet in football. Again, the last 5 times they played, they were non-competitive games. Science Hill dominated. You have to go back to 2009. That was the last time these two played a close game. Science Hill winning by just a point that year, but they have not played since 2014. And David Crockett has made leaps and bounds since that point, really going back to Jeremy Boskin. He kind of was the one who really started turning this program around here in Jonesboro. And Hayden Chanley has just taken it to another level with what they did last year.
Let's talk about the size of these squads, Casey, because Science Hill has a lot of kids on the roster, whereas David Crockett has a core of kids.
And here come the Toppers. Stacey Carter says he has about 73 kids, I believe, on his varsity football team. David Crockett, they're only in the 40s. So, but, we saw that last week with Dobbins Bendon and Tennessee High early on. Maybe he's not as noticeable, but as the game goes on, the numbers could be a factor there. And the Toppers anxious to try and avoid an 0-2 start to the season.
And we're waiting for David Crockett. The cheerleaders are out. They formed the tunnel, and we expect some real fireworks this time when they come onto the field.
A very unusual circumstances. David Crockett, this is their second game, but they're 0-0 because last week's game against Oodlewa was suspended late in the third quarter David Crockett was winning 19-16. They had a lot of lightning here in Jonesboro last Friday night. It was after 11 o'clock. It had been 2 hours since they had played, and Coach said he just felt like he could not ask his players to go back out there. Maybe that's when you risk injury. So Ooltewah, they agreed to suspend the game, but they will pick it up if one of the teams needs it for playoff seeding at the end of the season.
And of course, there's a little more to that because Larkins is trying for the state record. If he doesn't get that game, it's going to cost him yardage. And
he did not have a lot of passing yards in that game so far. I think he was under 200 yards through almost 3 quarters against Ooltewah. But still, yes, if he doesn't get, last year he played 13 games. So David Crockett, obviously, the more team success they have, the more success he will have as well.
And as you can see, they've got it inflated now. The tunnel is ready. The Pioneers are all in, and they're going to be running through that. And when they do, this place is going to explode in more ways than one.
Yeah, that's Cade Larkins, Ron Kill Joyner, Dante Hackler, and Prince Colley, the 4 players for David Crockett carrying the all-in piece of wood out onto the field. And the crowd here on the home side is up. They're all, a lot of the students, they're all in black. A little blackout for the Pioneers.
And what's great about this, though, is just the aura of high school football. To be a part of this, to see this crowd so enthusiastic, and to see the kids buying in as well.
And this wasn't the case, PJ, 5 years ago at David Crockett. I mean, football was an afterthought. I mean, really, your entire athletic program, they really were struggling in all sports. But now, I mean, basketball went to the state tournament a couple of years ago, and football makes it to the state quarterfinals last year. So, I mean, this is really the golden times at David Crockett athletically. And the Pioneers, I can see now, they're walking across the track, and
that means we're just moments away from kickoff. As soon as they get on the field, we're going to watch them come on. And we do expect a fireworks show in the end zone, I believe.
I'm looking forward to that. Like I said, the sun is still out here pretty bright, so we'll see on the clock. There's still about 5.5 minutes until kickoff. David Crockett, they've gone inside their inflatable. They're starting to break the seal here. They are fired up, ready to go.
They've waited a long time for this ball game. Crockett last year with that undefeated regular season, it was really a magical year to be in Jonesboro.
It was. They had a really close game with Tennessee High in the regular season, pulled that out. Then the Musket Bowl came down to the wire. The only team to beat them last year was Knox Central, and they went on to win the state title.
Well, the cheerleaders are hopping. We're just waiting for the checkered flag to fall and get Crockett racing onto the field here.
Of course, both of these teams, it'll be interesting to see last week. David Dobbins-Bennett, they took the ball. They won the toss, and I would think both of these teams may want the ball as well to try and make an early statement on offense.
And when we talked with the coach, he was like, hey, it's no secret. We like to throw it around. They throw it 2 out of every 3 plays, I believe he told us, which means we're going to have some fun tonight.
If you like watching passing, this is because there's no team in high school football in Northeast Tennessee or Southwest Virginia in our area that throws the ball more than David Crockett.
Well, he's got 2 great receivers, too. We saw one of them being honored before the game, and colleges are looking at all 3 of these kids.
Yeah, Cade Larkins, he has offers from ETSU. Campbell has offered him. Dante Hackler has some offers as well. And then Prince Colley, he is just a junior. He's gone to some camps at Ohio State, Virginia Tech. So, he is being recruited higher than anybody else so far. And again, he is just a junior. Pioneers, they might be waiting to run out till after the coin toss. Some teams wait till after the coin toss, and the captains all go back and run out together. So they might be waiting until after the coin toss. They go out for the coin toss when there's 3 minutes on the clock, and right now there's 3:20, so about 20 seconds. They'll be walking out to do the coin toss.
Very theatrical tonight in Jonesboro as we get ready for Sides Hill and David Crockett. And you're right, they're watching the clock. They're going to march out at the 3-minute mark. Here they come for the opening toss. Do you call heads or tails, Mr. Strategy?
Well, tails never fails. That's my motto. So I would go with tails. We'll see what Science Hill. We won't know what. I don't think we'll be able to hear what they're calling, but Science Hill will have the option as the visiting team.
We saw the Pioneers bring in that piece of wood that says we're all in, all together, too. All four of the captains walking out now, waiting for the coin toss.
You see, for Science Hill, the quarterback, they have a tradition where they were number 11 in honor of Steve Spurrier. That started several years ago, and that is Connor Batchelder is the quarterback this year. This is his first year starting a quarterback for Science Hill, so he is number 11. That's a pretty cool tradition to honor Steve Spurrier that they started probably about maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I think, with the quarterback wearing number 11 with, Malik Magoo did it, Justin Bedard over the years. I think Reed Hayes might have been the one that started it as well. So that's a pretty cool tradition that they do at Science Hill, giving the quarterback number 11.
The old ball coach being honored by his old high school.
He was in town not too long ago. He threw out the first pitch at the Johnson City Cardinals game. Steve Spurrier was back in Johnson City.
And I saw where he said the championship he won this year with that new league was just as important as any of the championships he had ever won. I'm surprised by that. There we have it. This was going to say it looks like Science Hill's going to get the ball first.
Yep, Science Hill is going to start the game on offense.
How important is it for the Toppers to take this ball and really eat up some clock, keep it away from that offense for the Crockett Pioneers?
Yeah, I mean, the best defense to stop this offense for David Crockett is to possess the ball, don't even give him a chance. And there's the beautiful drone shot, Sky 5, powered by Empire Ford and David Crockett. They're not going to run out, so they're waiting for those 4 captains to go back inside there. Now they are, so now the Pioneers will be coming out.
When they do, we expect some fireworks in the opposite end zone. Quite the show tonight here in Washington County.
So some of the coaches on the sidelines are telling the guys, hurry up, let's go.
Here they come. The Sky 5 drone high above gives you the great view of those fireworks, powered by Empire Ford. What an entrance by the Crockett Pioneers. We've got high school football when we come back. You're watching Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, powered by your East Tennessee Toyota dealers.
All trophies and plaques for WCYB's Friday Night Rivals are provided by Eddie's Trophies and Gift Shop in Bristol. Eddie's Trophies also offers medals, plaques, acrylics, glass, and crystal pieces for your business, school, or sports team. That's Eddie's Trophy and Gift Shop online at eddiestrophies.com.
It's the Honda Summer Spectacular event, which means more of this. The kind of elation you can only experience after getting a great deal on a Honda Civic or Civic hatchback. Or an Accord. All come standard with the Honda Sensing suite of safety and driver assistive features. And as you can see, all will provide you with plenty of joy. Come be a part of it today.
Get a great deal on the Honda Civic and find your happy place at the Honda Summer Spectacular event.
Behind every Food City meat and seafood counter is a highly trained, certified butcher that can offer seafood meal prep, suggest the perfect sides to pair, and even steam and peel your shrimp. All at no extra cost. In fact, you'll be so impressed with our butchers, you'll be asking yourself, what can't they do?
I bet he'd be great at helping with the laundry.
Okay, well, maybe not that. But at Food City, our butchers make almost everything better.
Heading to Toyota's National Clearance Event. We got great deals for all our friends. Better get here before the end of the song. The last of the 2019s won't last long.
$750 bonus cash on new 4Runners and Tacomas ends September 3rd. One last chance to get $1,250 total cash back on the legendary 4Runner or $1,750 back on the rugged Tacoma. Don't miss it.
Save on the last of the 2019s.
Toyota, let's go places.
All trophies and plaques for WCYB's Friday Night Rivals are provided by Eddie's Trophies and Gift Shop in Bristol. Eddie's Trophies also offers medals, plaques, acrylics, glass, and crystal pieces for your business, school, or sports team. That's Eddie's Trophy and Gift Shop online at eddiestrophies.com.
The Tri-Cities CW.
Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, driven by your East Tennessee Toyota dealers.
And it's time for the Toyota Kickoff. That's the Sky 5 drone, powered by Empire Ford. Edson Googe of the Pioneers will be booting it deep, where two speedsters await this kick. Chris Thomas and Malik Bowman, two of the fastest kids here, Casey.
I can't wait enough for this one here. The anticipation off the charts here in Jonesboro. The crowd is into it, and we're underway.
It's a short kick, and Science Hill calls fair catch, and they'll take it now with great field position. All right.
Toyota Kickoff there. Fair catch. I believe that's the second week in a row we had a fair catch to start the game, PJ. Last week at Thomas Bennett, the opening kickoff. So Toyota Kickoffs are 2 for 2 on fair catches to start the game.
Let's talk about some of the starting offense, Casey.
Yeah, we got Connor Batchelder's first season starting for Science. So the guy you want to keep, though, is number Malik Bowman at running back. And then, of course, Chris Thomas, the running back for Science Hill as well. He ran for over 200 yards last week.
So Batchelder will be back from the spread. And he hands it. No, he keeps it, actually. He'll go around the right side for a couple of yards. Faked it to Thomas. This defense is going to be concentrating on Chris Thomas, though.
Yeah, and that's obviously, I think Science Hill probably knows that as well, because Batchelder keeping it there. As we look at the David Crockett defense, they returned just 3 starters from last year, and Coach told us it's really like they returned 1, because 2 of the 3 guys that are back are playing different positions. A lot of guys from David Crockett having to play both ways, including Dante Hackler and Prince Colley as well.
So it'll be second down. Ball on the 20. To the air we go. Low pass, incomplete. So Batchelder kind of short-armed that one, and Marquise Griffith trying to scoop it up off the turf, but couldn't quite get to it.
I like the idea of a simple short throw to get the quarterback going early on there, but again, Batchelder just a little low, and Griffith cannot scoop that up, so now you have 3rd and 8 for Science Hill.
Batchelder again from the spread. He'll hand it to Thomas, and he is met by a host of Pioneers in the backfield. Wow, what a defensive stand.
I'll tell you what, you're going to key on number 9, and they also said gang tackling is something you need for Chris Thomas. Not one person to bring him down, and that's what David Crockett did. The entire defensive line, it seemed, was in the backfield in this Toyota replay. Yeah, what a great play right there.
Nowhere to go for number 9.
It was Caleb Hackler on with the tackle for David Crockett. Great job, number 51 for the Pioneers.
So it looks like Cade Hensley will be back deep to punt for the Toppers. And Hackler is back there deep. He's a speedster. He'll be at about his own 40-yard line. High snap. Buddy will get the punt away. Great punt, sky high. Hackler's going to take it about his own 35. He's got a couple blockers, but he's also got a host of toppers. He's going to reverse the field. If he can get by one man, he's got some room to run. And he'll cut it back where he is finally tackled down just short of the 40-yard line. What a return.
What a play there by Dante Hackler. He was going all over the place. There's another replay. Goes all the way to the far side of the field. Breaks out of that shoestring tackle. Cuts it back there. Great job by the Pioneers not to hit anybody illegally for a legal block from the blind side. Now David Crockett's going to start at the Science Hill 41-yard line. What a great play there. A Toyota replay. Dante Hackler puts David Crockett in great field position to start this one.
Crockett loves to throw the ball. 2 out of every 3 plays, Coach says, you can expect it to be in the air. So Larkins will be back from the spread. He looks it over. Looks like a zone defense run, and over the middle it goes. With a Hackler again with a good gain, Casey. Just a simple toss and catch.
Yeah, that little slant there. 14 yards for Dante Hackler. He's touched the ball twice and already made an impact. Once on special teams, 1 on offense, and that's a first down.
Champion Chevrolet sponsoring our first downs here in the first quarter. Good folks over at Champion Chevrolet Cadillac. Larkins again from the spread. Crockett on the move. Looks it over. Straight handoff this time. Run right up the middle. One Cal Joyner. And he's met by a host of toppers.
Yeah, Joyner kept those legs charging and got a couple extra yards, not going down on first contact. His shoulder pad there is going to need, he needed a teammate to help him out there. His right shoulder pad is sticking way up there.
So it'll be second down and about 8 yards to go. I expect Science Hill to change up its defense from time to time because Larkins is so smart at diagnosing that zone defense if you play zone.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you have to. You can't just give Cade Larkins the same look. He'll pick you apart all game. So definitely Science Hill, Ralph Nelson, defensive coordinator, he will change it up.
Larkins kind of in the backfield, fakes it and throws it over the middle, and it is complete again. Another wideout. That's Prince Colley with a good catch and a down at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, that's two quick slants we've seen. Colley looks like he's looked like he may have lost a shoe. Somebody looks like they lost something. There's another Champion Chevrolet first down, and also inside the Toyota red zone, got first and goal from the 10-yard line.
Larkins perfect so far, I believe.
Yeah, 2 for 2. Just 3 offensive plays so far for David Crockett. They've already moved 31 yards in 3 plays.
Larkins through the middle. Again, that's Joyner with a nice run down to about the 5-yard line. This is what's so dangerous about Crockett. You expect him to throw, and Joyner's got some moves.
He does. He stops on a dime, cuts back outside, almost tried to do a little spin move there, but it get corralled, and a host of toppers. Takes about 6 guys to finally bring him down.
Amari Red with that great form tackle there, number 20. See how he got his pads down, but he didn't lead with his face. Led with those pads. Stay safe. Keep that neck safe. Cade Larkins, 6'3" quarterback. As we said, he's gotten several college offers, and this is why. The kid can throw. Fakes it over to Joyner, and inside it goes. Oh, and up and in for...
I think they're going to call him short.
Just short. Oh, my goodness. We'll have a replay on that. That was, again, complete to Hackler. Let's look at this replay.
There you go. Another quick slant there. He goes airborne, and he comes down short.
Just
That's
short.
A good call.
That's a good call.
Yeah, very good call. Yeah, he did not get in the end zone there. The ball came down in the field of play. Now, this is one area where you're David Crockett. They're not really used to being under center. You wonder with the ball being so close, do they stay in the shotgun, or does Larkins at 6'3" just get up underneath center and just use behind his offensive line and just do a quarterback sneak into the end zone? He's going to stay in the shotgun.
He's going to stay in the shotgun. Now he comes up over center. As Casey said, he's going to sneak it, and we're waiting for the official. And there's the call. It's a touchdown as Larkins takes it in from about the half-yard line.
That's a great, he watched the defense there. He saw the linebackers weren't coming up. Then he hurried up, went underneath center, and you saw the defense try and come up, but they couldn't stop it in time.
Could not stop it in time. Again, that is the awareness he has as a field general to see that defense wasn't there. So just go up and sneak it for a half yard. It's pretty easy.
Once he just went right behind his center, and all he needed to do was go less than a yard, and he easily got that for the David Crockett touchdown. A great start for the Pioneers. Extra point is good.
Extra point is good. It's 7-0. David Crockett. You're watching Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, powered by your East Tennessee Toyota dealers.
When the sun comes up, it's go time. Whether at work or at play, on the field or off, life doesn't stop, and neither should you. So when you get injured, Holston Medical Group is here to get you back on your feet. Our orthopedic and sports medicine physicians deliver quality care that exceeds expectations, specializing in non-surgical techniques and minimally invasive procedures to get you back in the game fast. Now with convenient walk-in access in Bristol at Sapling Grove. We are HMG, your doctor, your family, your health partner for life.
We're back here in Jonesboro, where David Crockett has taken the ball in his first possession, gone down the field, and Casey, they made it look easy.
They sure did. 6 plays, 41 yards, 3:03 off the clock. Cade Larkins a perfect 3 for 3 for 33 yards on the drive, and of course he finished off with a 1-yard touchdown run up the middle.
Edson Gooch will be kicking off for David Crockett. I'm going to look at that touchdown again, Casey.
Yeah, you see Larkins in the shotgun. Then he runs up underneath center. You see nobody in the defense. Then the linebackers finally come up, but they waited too long to come up. Yeah. And that was an easy touchdown for Cade Larkins and the Pioneers.
Back in the days of the nose guard, they wouldn't have been able to do that. There would have been somebody there. Nobody plays a nose guard anymore. So here we go. Ready for the kickoff now. It's Edson Gooch, number 6, will boot it away. We got the speedsters back again for the Science Hill Hilltoppers. We're talking about number 9, Chris Thomas, and number 6, Malik Bowman. Either one of these guys in the open field could take it all the way.
Of course, David Crockett did not give them an opportunity the first time. They did a little pooch kick down to about the 28-yard line, so we'll see if they stay away from the deep returners and just try and do another little pooch kick again.
And Gooch boots it away. It's another little pooch kick, as Casey called it. And Science Hill calls for the fair catch from their own 30.
That's a sign of respect that David Crockett saying, we don't want to kick it to Thomas and Bowman back there, give them a running start, and we're going to believe our defense, give them about 70 yards of cushion there defensively and say, we're going to make you earn it, go the entire length of the field, rather than if they have a big special teams play, maybe they can get half the field flipped or even score a touchdown like we saw last week, a kickoff return by Dobbins Bennett.
Again, it's Connor Batchelder in the backfield. He's number 11 from the spread. And he hands it straight ahead. That's Thomas. And he's met again by that interior defense of the Pioneers.
David Crockett really, really keying on Thomas so far in this one. The 2 carries, they've been all over the place.
Coach was telling us that the Crockett defense was missing a couple performers last week that they would have back this week. And so far it has shown.
Yeah, I mean, Caleb Hackler there. Also Tony Davison on that stop as well. Jackson Warner up front for David Crockett.
Batchelder on second down. Again, it's Thomas. And again, he's met by the Crockett defense. But he struggles to get a couple of yards. It's going to be about 3rd down and 4.
Here's another look at that one. Thomas, looking to see his eyes straight ahead there. A couple defenders not going to bring him down. Keeps fighting. Great lower body strength by Chris Thomas, and he really is built like a running back. Coach Chandler told us that, he's got, thick thighs as for a running back, and that's something to keep moving there offensively when you got the ball there. Keep turning those legs.
Connor Batchelder, quarterback.
No, sir.
And no, sir. They stopped him.
Again, I've already called his name 3 times. Caleb Hackler, big play. Number 51 for David Crockett defensively.
So it's going to be 4th down, and that means it's going to be a punt time. And Cade Hensley, who is the kicker and the punter.
It's 4th and 5, so the line better watch and not jump across. You never know, you might try to get a cheap 5 yards and get a first down.
And the kick's away. And a good catch on the 30. Again, that's Hackler. And Hackler with some moves, but they were all over it. All right, it's still 7-0. Crockett has the ball now, and you're watching Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, powered by your East Tennessee Toyota dealer.
Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, driven by your East Tennessee Toyota dealers.
It's the kickoff to 1,000 at Friendship Ford in Bristol. We're slashing prices on every single car, truck, and SUV. No payments for 90 days, plus enter to win a free car. It's the kickoff to 1,000 at Friendship Ford in Bristol, and you could be the big winner.
Schedule your next party at Vision Quest VR, the Tri-City's first and only virtual reality arcade. Over 30 VR games and experiences for kids of all ages. See the future now at Vision Quest VR at Hamilton Place in Johnson City. We are VR.
And welcome back to Washington County, Tennessee, where you're watching high school football tonight. David Crockett hosting Science Hill. It's 7-0 with the Pioneers scoring on their first drive.
They went 41 yards, 6 plays. Cade Larkins was 3 of 3 on that for 33 yards and had a 1-yard rushing touchdown. Also want to give a shout out to everyone watching the game on Facebook Live. Thanks to Champion Chevrolet for sponsoring our Facebook Live tonight. So everyone, no matter where you are across the country, and even last week we were told somebody was watching from England.
From England.
On Facebook Live. So even international, we're going with these games.
Larkins back from the spread. Looks it over. And he fires out. And again, it's one of his favorite receivers, Hackler, who gets a great game.
That is an easy pitch and catch there for Larkins and Hackler. I mean, that's something they could do that all day long. And they will certainly take that all day long if they could, PJ.
Why not? It's 5 yards. It's an easy 5 yards. It's pitch and catch. And, of course, the danger is if you come up on Hackler, he can blow by you and burn you for the long run.
I don't think they're not setting them up for that later on by these short passes there.
As we said, Facebook Live brought to you by Champion Chevrolet Cadillac tonight. Larkin from the spread. That's Joyner next to him. He has shown he can hand it to Joyner. He fakes it this time, and he goes out to a different receiver. That's Eric Dunbar, who is wide open, and he makes the catch. Close to the first down, but just short, it looks like.
Man, it looks like to me that he has it. I don't know. They might bring the chains out. Here's another look at this one here again. Larkins, another quick 3-step drop, gets it out to Dunbar, and they do say it's a first down for David Crockett. That is a Champion Chevrolet first down.
think they have the angle on me.
Well, I'm a little further down on this side of the field than you are there on this one here.
Crockett on the move. Their first down with their second possession. Again, Larkins in the backfield from the spread. Calmly looks over the defense. Fakes it. Now he's under pressure, and the Toppers are going to sack him for a huge loss.
I never heard the whistle blow there. They just kept letting that play go there. Good job, though, by the Science Hill defense.
Ashley Miller was in on that.
Cade Fleeman also in there. Here's another look at the replay. Offensive. Now you see a little stunt there up the middle.
Yeah.
Great job there by Jaden Miles as well on defense. And Science Hill really needed that. Their first positive play on defense so far in this first quarter. Larkin
probably held on to the ball too long there. He tried to buy some time, but by that time it was too late.
There's Mr. Miles. He was the one causing that quarterback pressure.
Larkins, little screen pass to Hackler. Hackler gets a block, and now it's all speed. He cuts back to the 50, inside, and now into Science Hill territory.
As a wide receiver screen right there. Let's take another look at this one here. The lineman let the defensive line come through. Hackler then trying to follow his lineman out in front, makes a nice cut back inside there to pick up another 4 or 5 yards, and they got all those the sack yards back and then some as well. So now we got about 3rd and 6 for David Crockett.
They're just so explosive. As you've got Colley on the other side. You can't overplay these guys. You just can't. Larkins waiting for the snap, fakes the handoff. Again, good pressure, and over the middle he'll go, and it's Colley. Colley breaks the tackle. He's down to the 30. He'll have the first down.
Great job by Cade Larkins. He waited as long as he could to throw that ball for another champion Chevrolet first down. And let's take another look at Larkins. Great holding. He backpedals, waits as long as he could, then lobs a beautiful, soft, high-arcing pass there to Colley. And Colley picks up a first down. David Crockett again on the move. That was a chance for Science Hill to get off the field on 3rd down. Now David Crockett has a first down at the 28-yard line. You figure now they're going to be in 4-down territory.
And Colley ran all the way across the field. That's why Larkins had to wait for him, but he was wide open once he made that cut. And we have a player down on the field. So while we have a timeout, we're going to take a break. You're watching Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, powered by your East Tennessee Toyota dealer.
Toyota's national clearance event is on. It's time to save on the last of the 2019s. Congratulations. I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Congrats.
I can make your hands clap. Lease an adventurous new 2019 RAV4 for $199 a month, or choose $1,250 finance cash, or get $3,000 cash back on the built-in the USA Highlander.
How long should we do this?
Well, the event doesn't end until September 3rd.
Toyota, let's go places.
And welcome back to David Crockett, everyone. Casey, we have an injured player on the field.
We do for Science Hill. That's number 43, Cade Fleeman. You see him trailing Colley behind here. Almost like his teammate rolled up on his foot
on
there.
His ankle.
Yeah.
We've got Olivia Bailey down there. Olivia, what can you tell us?
PJ, yeah, we're seeing a player down right now. We've seen the trainers actually get to him. They are now carrying him off the field. He is limping off the field right now. We can hear many of the fans in both set of stands clapping as he walks off. You know, we were worried about some of the cramps and things that we could see because of that heat here at David Crockett, but we did talk to the trainers. They said it's not hot enough to really declare that heat advisory for those students at 90 degrees. So we're lucky that we haven't seen more injuries out here, and we're lucky to see that player walking off under his own conditions there. So we're going to continue to check in on him, but we are getting ready to resume play as he is off the field now.
All right, Olivia, thank you very much. As they help him off the field, obviously it looks like he has an ankle issue. Cade Larkins, on the other hand, has no issues at all. He's marched his team into scoring territory.
Yeah, again, just I think that was like Cade Fleeman there for Science Hill that was helped off. He's a sophomore, number 43, 5'8", 175-pound sophomore.
Larkins from the spread. Looks it over. So he does hand it off this time again to Joyner, I believe. Joyner gets 2, maybe 3 yards.
Yeah, they got a gain of 3 there, so it'll be 2nd and 7 now for David Crockett as we approach the 3-minute mark here in the first quarter. Second possession for the Pioneers. They went 41 yards in their first possession for a touchdown after a great punt return by Dante Hackler. This time they started on their own side of the field, but they had no problem getting into Science Hill territory. And David Crockett being a little deliberate here. They're taking their time. The play clock is still at 17 seconds, so they have plenty of time.
So again, that's Colley out on the right side. Hackler is waiting. Larkins from the shotgun. Gives it to Joyner, but this time it did not work, and Science Hill was all over.
The Toppers are ready for that one here. Great job by Science. So that's Ian McKinney on defense coming up. We'll take a look at the replay again here. McKinney just blows right off the block of the pulling guard, and Joyner has nowhere to go.
That was just a great defensive play, and now it's going to be 3rd and long for Larkins and the Pioneers.
So far, Cade Larkins is 7 for 7, 81 yards. Meanwhile, Science Hill, they have run 6 plays, 3 yards. No first downs for Science Hill yet. Larkins already has 81 yards by himself. It's a big play here for Science Hill's defense with 3rd and 12.
3rd and 12. Larkins from the spread. Nobody in the backfield this time. All his receivers flanked out in motion. Larkin with time, throws it over the middle, but it's going to be high and incomplete. It's going to be 4th down. What do you do, Coach?
I think they're going to go for it. Larkins would love to get that one back. He missed. Prince Colley was wide open down the right side there. Larkins was just, he could not believe it when he threw that ball. He grabbed his head and was like, I can't believe I did that. He missed Colley. That would have been wide open for a touchdown there, but I think they're going to go for it. Coach Hayden Shanley told us, they don't really have a field goal kicker they feel comfortable with, especially from this far out, and you're way too close to punt. I mean, you're at the 29-yard line, so I think this is a no-brainer. You're going to go for it.
So you're going to have Hackler out to the left, Colley's out to the right with 2 other receivers. Larkin from the spread. Larkins waiting for the snap. He's looking right, throwing left, and it is complete. And that's Hackler.
I don't know if he has a first down. I think he might be a little short.
We're going to wait and see for the call. It is hard to see. I think you might be right, Casey.
All right, we go here. Larkins.
Well, that's
Hackler.
It's a bullet.
It is a first down. Okay. All right, it's a first down.
So we're 2 for 2.
I'm not 2 for 2. I thought that was short. Yes,
I'm 0 for 1 and you're 0 for 1. Yeah. That's 2 for 2.
There's a Champion Chevrolet first down there. Good job by Hackler getting all the way to the sticks, and they just barely, see football's a game of inches, and he just barely got that first down. So again, that's a 4th down play. This is Science Hill's chance to get off the field and unable to do so.
So again, Colley to the right, Hackler to the left, Larkins from the shotgun. And Larkins under a huge rush, but he's going to roll right. Flag goes down. There's a toss. Almost a circus catch by Prince Colley.
Almost. We do have a flag on the play. We'll see what that is. I'd have to think that looked like that was in the area of holding. I mean, as much as Larkins was running right away there.
Waiting for the officials to call it.
All right, that was a holding penalty. We'll take another look at this Toyota replay on number 55. You see, okay, he's got the arm underneath the jersey.
Pretty much tackled him.
Yeah, tried to get that arm underneath the neck area there, so that was an easy call. You see the official throw the flag right there. Great job by Larkins trying to keep the play alive, but that'll back David Crockett up.
That is so hard to roll like that and to get anything on the football, and he did.
Now, because it's a spot foul, so it's actually that was a 17-yard penalty as well, because it happened 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage, so it's a 1st and 27 now for David Crockett.
Larkins, big rush again, but Larkins rolls. He's going to throw it up, and there is Colley. Colley makes a reception, and he is in for the touchdown.
1st and 27, no problem at all. Touchdown for David Crockett. That is a Toyota touchdown. What a play. And I'll tell you, a couple of plays earlier, Colley was open in the end zone. Larkins was kicking himself for missing that, but he did not miss him that time.
Well, he turned that defensive back all around. As you see it from above, the Sky 5 drone powered by Empire Ford. Huge crowd on hand. Just a great atmosphere, Casey, for high school football.
And Prince Colley was wide open there for that one, waiting for the ball to get there. Here's a Toyota replay. Larkins, again, feeling pressure up the middle. He rolls out, throws it off of one leg.
And the extra point has been blocked. Googe tried to attempt it, but Science Hill's defense was there to block the extra point. And David Crockett now takes a 13-0 lead over Science Hill. You're watching Toyota. No, you are watching Toyota's Friday Night Rivals. We're staying here. Yep, we are. We're staying here.
All right, so Science Hill now, they find themselves down 13-0 after that extra point was missed. They have had 6 plays so far in the first quarter, 3 yards of offense. No first downs. Meanwhile, David Crockett has the ball twice, 2 touchdowns. And to that one, they're really a busted coverage by the Science Hill secondary there because Cauley, there was nobody anywhere close to Cauley on that play. And great job by Larkins, who was running. Against Science Hill's defensive line, they're getting some pressure, and Larkins, though, is rolling out and then throwing it deep. And we kind of saw that last week, with Coleman Grayer at Tennessee High. He was getting pressure up the middle, rolling out. So these quarterbacks are doing a great job buying some extra time. And he threw that off of 1 foot, PJ. I mean, it was unbelievable what Larkins just did on that touchdown throw.
Kid's got a great arm, but you mentioned the Science Hill defense. These big guys are going to get tired of chasing Larkins as well.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And pretty soon, I mean, if this continues 13-0, they won't be chasing long because they'll be running the ball a lot more. If they get a big lead here.
So what do you have? About 40 seconds left here in the first. Crockett up 13-0. Edson Gooch will boot it off. And again, deep for Science Hill is there's 2 speedsters, Chris Thomas and Malik Bowman.
And once again, they will not be returning it.
Science Hill is going to have a good return, and they'll get it up to about the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that was not Bowman and Thomas back there. That was Braden Anderson, the tight end, who was in the next line up there, caught that, and as you said, he did a great job advancing that about 20 yards.
So Connor Batchelder has to get something going. Science Hill's done nothing on offense.
Oh, they just need a first down. Yeah, they don't have a first down yet, and there's 33 seconds left in the first quarter.
Plenty of room out here. Batchelder completes a pass. It's going to be a good game for Science Hill, up to about 8-9 yards.
Yeah, that's a good play right there on first down. That's the best play of the day so far in offense. That was Cole Torbert on the catch. Nice quick throw there by Batchelder. Gets it out to Torbert. He cuts it back inside, picks up about 8 yards on the play. Now Science Hill looks like they're going to go a little tempo here and try and pick things up.
They better hurry. Quarter's almost over. Batchelder's going to take the snap, throws left.
Incomplete. That was dropped by Marquise Griffin. So now that sets up with 1.2 seconds left in the first quarter. It sets up a third and we'll say a long 2 for Science Hill. Desperately, they really need to get a first down here. And, I think Griffin would have had a first down if he caught the ball, but he was kind of looking upfield before he had that ball secured.
They thought horse before the cart. So Batchelder on third down. 3 receivers to the left. He'll hand it to Thomas, who almost goes down, kind of stutter steps, and then he's met by a host of Pioneers. And that's going to end the first quarter with the score, David Crockett 13 and Science Hill nothing. You're watching Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, powered by your East Tennessee Toyota dealer.
Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, driven by your East Tennessee Toyota dealers.
It's the kickoff to 1,000 at Friendship Hyundai of Bristol and Johnson City. We're slashing prices on every single car, truck, and SUV. No payments for 90 days, plus enter to win a free car. It's the kickoff to 1,000 at Friendship Hyundai, and you could be the big winner.
At ECU, we've got a mortgage product that fits your needs.
As first-time home buyers, there are so many different options. It was really kind of intimidating.
But ECU made it easy. They helped us through every step. Whether you're buying your first home or your forever home, come see us at ECU. We know you have questions. We're here to answer them. I would highly recommend Eastman Credit Union for all your mortgage needs.
Just do it. Don't even think twice about it.
We love ECU.
And we think you will too.
I think our dogs would highly recommend ECU.
It's the Labor Day weekend event going on now at Easterly Coleman Furniture. Enjoy savings of at least 30% throughout the entire store. Every recliner is half off. Every motion sofa is now half price. Our complete leather collection, half off. All sectionals will be half price. Kick off football season with 30% off our entire gift shop. Buy during this sale and receive 12 months, same as cash financing. Easterly Coleman Furniture's Labor Day sale. Don't miss it.
Hear that? That's the sound of scrambling eggs, sizzling bacon, and fresh biscuits headed for the breakfast bar. Shoney's. Let's eat.
Welcome to Toyota's
National Clearance Event.
Yes. Now's the time to get a great deal on
the last of the 2019s.
Huh. I'm impressed. But the deals will only last until
September 3rd.
What am I thinking now?
Get the greater than ever 2020 Corolla with $1,000 cash back, or a low mileage lease for $169 a month, or lease this sporty and aggressive 2019 Camry for $209 a month.
Save on the last of the 2019s.
Coming today.
Okay, what's up?
Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back to East Tennessee's finest, brought to you by the Sky 5 drone, powered by Empire Ford. Science Hill trailing David Crockett 13-0. We've got a packed house here in Jonesboro for some electric high school football, Casey.
Absolutely. Science Hill just got a first down that last play of the first quarter, their first of the game, so they are now in David Crockett territory as we get back underway to start the second quarter.
And here's Thomas running the ball, finally trying to cut back, and he is just hit by everybody on that Crockett defense. This is unbelievable how they're keying on Thomas.
A lot of guys in there. Blaine Greer in there as well. Let's take another look here. Watch the push from the defensive line. The linebackers coming through there.
Nowhere to go.
And strength in numbers for the David Crockett defense right there. Again, Blaine Greer, the one who brings them down, but that was a total defensive effort there by the Pioneers.
So it's going to be about second down and 13 now for the Toppers. Batchelder from the spread. He's going to throw it deep. He's got a man out there, but he's way overthrown. That looked like Red out there. He was open for a second, Casey, but Batchelder just put a little too much air on that.
Yeah, I like them, though, trying to maybe spread the defense out a little bit, take a shot deep. I mean, Science Hill really, that's the first time they threw the ball that far down the field all game. Trying to take their shot now, though. When you don't convert on those, it's now third down and 14 for Science Hill. So we'll see what they call here. Stacey Carter does on 3rd and 14.
Chandler looking out, looking over, throwing over the middle, and he's got a receiver, and that's complete to Cole Torbett. And he'll have a first down.
That's a great throw, and also give a big shout to the offensive line there on that play. They gave Batchelder a great pocket. He had no pressure whatsoever. Makes a nice throw there to Torbett. That is a Toyota first down for Science Hill. Again, that's their second first down. They need to stack some more of these together here. They're knocking on the door of the red zone as well as the ball's at the 25-yard line.
Finally, Science Hill on the move. And it's all Batchelder. This time he's going to be picked off. And going back the other way is David Crockett. Batchelder's the only man to beat. And that's Eric Dunbar. Dunbar, 10, picking them up and putting them down for a touchdown. Do you see a flag, Casey?
I do not. I see a 75-yard interception return for a touchdown. What a play there by Eric Dunbar. Undercut the route, and he takes it back to the house for the Toyota touchdown, 75 yards. And this home sidelines, they are fired up. The crowd is into this one. David Crockett up 19-0. Wow, what a play by Dunbar. Let's take another look at this play. And you watch Dunbar, number 12, just reading the quarterback's eyes and undercuts the receiver, and then does a great job taking it back the other way. And watch him cut back across field, and Batchelder, he fell. Feel bad for the quarterback on that one, trying to stop the DB going at him, and 75-yard touchdown for David Crockett. What a momentum swing there for the Pioneers.
Just when Science Hill thought they had it figured out, they didn't. The extra point is good. You're watching Friday Night Rivals, brought to you by your East Tennessee Toyota dealers.
From backyard barbecues to spirited tailgates, Food City has sizzling savings all grilling season long. If it roasts, chars, sizzles, or smokes, get it for less at Food City.
This week's save on Food City fresh ground chuck, $2.99 per pound, 3 pounds or more. Sweet corn, buy one, get one free. Cantaloupe also buy one, get one free. And more, only at Food City.
Value every day, Food City.
Welcome back to the sidelines at Davy Crockett High School, where the Pioneers have stunned Science Hill with a 75-yard interception return. And it's a 20-0 ball game. I don't think anybody expected to see this.
Yeah, watch Dunbar again. There he comes off his man. Undercuts Torwood right there. Great job by Dunbar.
He jumps around. He jumped around.
That's film study. Watch Hayden Chandler, the coach there. You see him at the top of the screen running back.
Yeah.
You know, Coach Chandler's still not too far removed from his playing days at UVA-Y, so he did a good job keeping up with Dunbar there for about 15, 20 yards.
I think he was ready to throw a punt. We'll have to ask him after the game. So again, it'll be Goods to kick off for the Crockett Pioneers. Now up 20-0 with 10 minutes and 47 seconds left in the second quarter.
Let's see if he gets a little more airtime under the last one. He didn't kick it quite high enough, and Science Hill was able to get a return out of it.
It's a straightaway boot. Oh, and it goes by, and Science Hill's left to scramble. They've got to get on that ball. If they didn't get on that ball, Crockett will recover.
I think they said David Crockett ball.
Oh, my goodness.
Ron Kill-Joyner came up with it.
Once you kick that ball
That's a live
10
ball.
yards, it's a live ball. It's like an onside kick.
Yep.
It's just longer.
There's a miscommunication by Science Hill's return guys. They both looked at each other and let the ball fall right between them, and then they couldn't get back there in time. And Ron Kill-Joyner, give him credit for never giving up on the play. He outruns everybody. Let's take another look at this one here. You watch Thomas, and the ball bounces between two toppers. They let it go. The ball just keeps bouncing, takes a weird bounce.
I'm not sure what Thomas was thinking. Why didn't he just catch the ball? He's like, I got it, you take it.
Well, this is going to be quite a break for David Crockett that gets the ball
way deep
at the 13-yard line. What a play. A break for Science Hill, or a break against Science Hill right there.
Cade Larkins with Joyner next to him. And he will hand to Joyner, but there's a flag.
Usually when the flag is before the snap, it's going to be against the offense. That was a legal procedure against the Pioneers. That'll back them up 5 yards. But again, yeah, for Science Hill, that kickoff, A.J. Martin and Chris Thomas let the ball kind of bounce between them. And then Ron Kill-Joyner got down there and did a good job of getting the ball, PJ, before it rolled out of bounds, because then it would have been a penalty for kicking it out of bounds. So, you know, that was a great break for David Crockett there to be able to go down and get that ball. And now they got to take advantage of this turnover.
You know, Crockett really doesn't mind a penalty because the way they operate, they need more room.
Yeah, 5 yards. I don't think they're going to be worrying about the 5 yards.
So Larkin again, same formation. Joyner to his right. He's looking at Colley over the middle.
Dropped it.
Colley drops it.
Yeah, he dropped it right there, did he?
Boy, he'd like to have that one back. That was right on the money. And Colley knows it.
Let's take another look at that one if we can. Maybe Andrew Kennedy was in coverage there. You don't know maybe if he got his hand in there, but I don't know the way Colley is kind of clapping his hands there. I think he may have just dropped that one as well, but that's a rare. So here we go. Let's take a look at this replay. All right, so now David Crockett's going to have a 2nd and 15 from the 18-yard line. They got to get down to the 3-yard line for a first down.
Larkins patiently waiting. He's going to go to the air again over the middle. And there's Hackler with a jumping catch that is out of bounds.
Well, the ref was right there saying no good. I mean, he caught the ball, so he must not have came down in bounds. I mean, let's look at this replay here. Obviously, we'll be a tough time seeing from this angle where his feet are at. Yeah, we can't tell anything from that angle.
I do like the gold shoes, though.
Yeah, let's see. On this one, we might be able to see it right here. Oh, man.
Ooh.
I don't know about that. It looked like his one foot was
His right foot
down.
looked like it may have
Oh, he
come
did
down.
drop the ball, though. Yeah, he didn't hold on to the ball.
Okay. So that is that.
Yeah.
Was another good throw, though, by our boy Larkins. Put that right on the money. Only place to throw it where the defense can't intercept it. I like that.
Good job by our camera crew to get the ball there coming out there. So we were focused on the feet. We kind of forgot about the ball. The Pioneers are trying to convert inside the Toyota red zone. It's third down. So they're going to maybe call a timeout.
Not sure what they're going to do. They are calling a timeout. So as they call a timeout, so shall we. You're watching Toyota Friday Night Rivals, brought to you by your East Tennessee Toyota dealers.
Heading to Toyota's national clearance event. We got great deals for all our friends. Better get here before the end of the song. The last of the 2019s won't last long.
$750 bonus cash on new 4Runners and Tacomas ends September 3rd. One last chance to get $1,250 total cash back on the legendary 4Runner or $1,750 back on the rugged Tacoma. Don't miss it.
Save on the last of the 2019s.
Toyota, let's go places.
Science Hill.
And we're back here at David Crockett High School, where the Pioneers hold a 20-0 lead with 10 minutes and 36 seconds left here in the second quarter. And they're knocking on the door, but they better have a heck of a play. Do you expect them to run two plays here, Casey? It's third down and long. They could probably go for it again on fourth down.
Well, the last time they had the ball, remember, they went for it on 4th and 12, and they had Dante Hackler got a first down. So, yes, I expect David Crockett is not real big on kicking the field goals. They're more leaving the offense, putting the ball in the hands of Cade Larkins, letting him decide it. So I expect them, now unless they, lose, if they lose 10, 15 yards on this play, that would be different. But, yeah, I expect them to maybe look at it, maybe run the ball here. I think if they can catch Science Hill off guard and possibly get some of the yards back and then try and convert on fourth down.
Let's see what they've drawn up. They've had plenty of time to come up with a play. Larkins is going to roll to his right, and he throws it over. And it is complete to Colley. It looks like close to a first down. I believe he'll have it, Casey.
Yeah, he needed to get to the 3-yard line. It looks like the referees are just inside the 3, and that is a first down. Nice job there by Larkins, rolling out to his right, finding Colley. He makes up for the dropping the one a couple plays ago there, and that's a first down and goal for the Pioneers.
The hardest thing for a high school quarterback to get used to is throwing on the run. That is extremely difficult. Most high school quarterbacks, when they throw on the run, throw it too high. But as you can see, Larkins was dead on. Hit him square in the numbers, and Colley gets the first down.
Now we'll see it first and goal from the 2 as they're still in the Toyota red zone here, trying to get another touchdown. And let's see if Larkins.
That's Reed next to him in the backfield. Lead flares out, and it's over the middle to Colley, and that's just pitch and catch.
That's a Toyota touchdown there for David Crockett. And again, they're running those slants, and Colley wide open there, and David Crockett has blown this game open. They're up 26-0. Take another look here at the Toyota replay. Larkins, 3-step drop, quick slant, beautiful throw right on between the 2 and the 1, and Colley, that's his second touchdown of the game, and David Crockett up 26-0 over Science Hill.
You saw Kennedy just kind of reach for him. He's got to cut across. He can't let him get the angle on him. Again, Crockett will try to add the extra point. That's Googe up, and it's good. So David Crockett in command of this ball game, 27-0. You're watching Toyota Friday Night Rivals, powered by your East Tennessee Toyota dealer.
It's grilling season. Time for sizzling savings at Food City.
This week, save on Food City fresh ground chuck, sweet corn, cantaloupe, and more. Only at Food City.
It's the kickoff to 1,000 at Friendship Ford in Bristol. We're slashing prices on every single car, truck, and SUV. No payments for 90 days, plus enter to win a free car. It's the kickoff to 1,000 at Friendship Ford in Bristol, and you could be the big winner.
Lions game, he sent me a text that their kicker had a...
And welcome back to Washington County, Tennessee, on the edge of Jonesboro, David Crockett High School, where This Crockett Ball Club has been so impressive on offense, and the home fans have been on their feet all night.
David Crockett's been, they had the ball 3 times. They scored 3 touchdowns. Their defense has scored a touchdown, had a big play on special teams. Pretty much everything has gone the way of David Crockett. They had, maybe 1 drop pass, a penalty or 2, but Coach Chandler could not have asked for a better start to this game. Contributions from all 3 faces, offense, defense, special teams. If you're Science Hill, you just have to be shell-shocked right now on the other side of the field. You're down 13-0, PJ. You're inside the David Crockett 30, trying to make it a 1-score game. You throw a 75-yard pick 6. Then on the ensuing kickoff, your coverage unit doesn't come up with the ball. So now, before you even touch the ball again, there's another touchdown. So, Stacey Carter, I don't know what he says to his guys right now. They have to be in shell-shock. And here's some first-quarter stats. Got to thank Jimmy Denton for keeping our stats for us here. David Crockett, 6 first downs in the first quarter, 127 passing yards. Larkins was 9 of 10. They had the ball for 8 minutes, 17 seconds. Time of possession is 3:43 for Science Hill. Just 1 first down for Science Hill in the first quarter. And they only had 18 total yards.
And Gooch will be kicking it off, and they've had a strategy of kicking this ball short. They're trying to avoid both Thomas and Bowman, and so far it has worked to perfection.
Yeah, especially worked really well last time because they got the ball back. That was not what David Crockett was intending, but it certainly worked out for him. And now this is more of the true Pooch variety. And you had 2 guys, a Science Hill player slide in front of another one there, make the catch. That was very dangerous right there for Science Hill.
But they're going to have good field position. They'll be close to the 40-yard line. Now, coming up at halftime, of course, we'll have the friendshipcars.com halftime report. And we expect Dustin Walters maybe to join us in the booth and talk a little football.
All right, if you're Science Hill, you need points on this drive. You're down 27-0. You got to put something together here on offense.
Batchelder has shown that he can throw the ball. And this time he'll hand to Thomas, a little draw, and Thomas finally has some room as he cuts across the field, fighting his way for 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 yards for Thomas. What strength in those legs.
What a run there by Chris Thomas. He was first contacted almost behind the line of scrimmage, and then he ends up getting a first down on the play. Just great move, great vision, footwork, unbelievable, and then good strength to drag a couple defenders. I'll tell you what, it's 27-0, but Chris Thomas says, let's get a first down. Let's put something together, and he's doing his part so far.
Number 9, Chris Thomas. So Batchelder, big rush. He doesn't have anywhere to go. And all that work that Thomas did, forget about it, because there's a huge defensive play.
Tony Davis with the sack for David Crockett.
Now, I believe Tony missed last week's game, and now he's back.
Here's another look at Tony Davis. You see him coming on the bottom of your screen, beats the block, and then just gets Batchelder and throws him down.
Oh, he ate him up.
Just when Science Hill gets a first down, then a sack there by Tony Davis. That's 6'4", 285. Good play there by Mr. Davis.
That looked like our technical crew devouring those burritos. Here's Thomas with the screen. He's got a block, and now it's all Thomas. He's going to pick him up and put him gone. He is gone for a touchdown.
65-yard touchdown on his screen pass there. And that is exactly what Science Hill needed for the Toyota touchdown. What a play by Science Hill. Boy, did they really need that in a big way. Coming off that sack, let's take another look at this one. You can see this screenplay develop. Everybody coming. There was nobody for David Crockett. Just had one man to beat right here, and no one's going to catch Chris Thomas. He goes 65 yards for the touchdown, and boy, Science Hill really needed that, PJ.
Wow. What an individual performance by Thomas. So we have Thomas fighting for every inch, then a huge loss, and then a giant gain on that screenplay. Great call by Stacey Carter.
65 yards for that touchdown.
And we still got plenty of time left here in the first quarter, and that kick is up and good. So it is 27-7.
All right, so now we'll see for the first time David Crockett, see how they respond to giving up a touchdown to defense. You know, certainly that was a perfect play call for the defense that David Crockett ran on that play.
Let's go down to Olivia Bailey and see what's going on the sidelines. Olivia?
Yeah, PJ, there is actually a lot of excitement down here. You were just talking about, that's exactly what Science Hill needed. We've actually seen their stands come alive after that touchdown here. and we've still got a lot of time in the second quarter to play.
All right, Olivia, thank you very much. We'll check back with Olivia a little bit later. It's 27-7, 8 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Tons of time left. Cade Larkins has shown he can go up and down this field, and I expect Crockett to do just that.
Oh, there's an eternity left in this game. Now, if you're Science Hill, from their perspective, okay, you kind of stop the bleeding a little bit, you score a touchdown. Now, the next part of the puzzle is you can't look at it and say, oh, we're down 27 points. There's no 27-point play. What they need to do is they need to get a stop on defense now.
You got your Toyota kickoff, and it's a little squib kick that's going to be out of bounds, so that's going to be a penalty against Science Hill.
Oh, you know what? They tried maybe a little onside kick right there, and do something to try and keep the momentum on your side there. It almost worked. I mean, David Crockett was not ready for that. No. That ball was kicked maybe just a little too hard because it went out of bounds. But, that was a good idea by Science Hill. Just couldn't pull off the execution of that onside kick.
Now, this Cade Hensley's one of the best kickers around. We watched him in pregame warm-ups. He's got a great leg. Of course, you saw him hit that extra point. I mean, he just killed that ball. And don't forget about our Toyota Drive of the Game. That'll be coming up here tonight. We'll be presenting that Drive of the Game a little bit later here on Friday Night Rivals.
All right, because of that penalty now with the onside kick attempt there, David Crockett's going to start this drive, PJ, at their own 45-yard line.
Cade Larkins with Joyner next to him. Two receivers to the left, two to the right, and it's Joyner up the middle. He's got some running room. About 6 yards.
And just when you think, okay, David Crockett, they've been throwing the ball a lot lately. They get punched in the mouth, and now they come out. Let's run it here on first down, maybe slow things down a little bit. And you think Science Hill probably thinks, hey, we're going to throw the ball.
And it looks like we have a man down on the field. Casey, can you get a number on that?
For Science Hill, I cannot see the number right now as we have, he's right there on midfield. We got down. I cannot make out a number right now of who that is. All right, that is number 51 for Science Hill, Ian McKinney, who is down right now, getting attended to by the training staff.
That looks like a cramp. Olivia Bailey mentioned on one of our sideline reports about how both trainers were prepared tonight, because this had been a warm day, but it's a pretty nice night. They didn't think cramping would be an issue, but obviously you can't tell that to number 51.
Yeah, that is Ian McKinney. He is a senior, 5'11", 245-pound tackle. Defensive tackle for the Hilltoppers. Get a beautiful night here for football. Perfect weather. This is the
look at that crowd. Look at that crowd. And look at all the folks around the fence and the track. Let's go down to Olivia Bailey, see what she can tell us.
Yeah, PJ, I talked to the trainers earlier this afternoon. They were telling me by TSSAA standards that if the heat advisory is over, or the heat index is over 90 degrees, that they have a mandatory time after 20 minutes they have to sit these athletes down. Now, when I was checking with them, it was 83 degrees out here, so they said they didn't really meet that threshold. So we've actually cooled down here, so we don't expect that to be too big of an issue, but they said they have been paying attention to that and monitoring these athletes throughout the day today.
All right, Olivia, thank you so much for that report. It'll be second down for Crockett. Cade Larkins still back in the spread formation. Two receivers left, two to the right. And there's another handoff up the middle, Casey. All of a sudden, they've turned into a running game.
You know, last week against Ottawa, they were about 65-35 was the pass-to-run ratio, so about 2 out of every 3 plays. I don't think any other high school team around here is going to be anywhere close to that ratio. But when you have Cade Larkins as your quarterback, you're going to do what he does best, and he throws the ball. But they don't want Science Hill to completely forget about the run game, and they've tried a couple of runs here. And Science Hill, that one, was no gain. So now we got a 3rd and 5 for David Crockett. If Science Hill gets a stop here, PJ, things could get kind of interesting again here.
3rd down. Larkins looks it over. Now he's looking to the coach. Coach is calling, changing the play. Coach is changing the play. Play clock could run out. Now they just get it off. Fake it over the middle, and there is the toss, and that's going to be a 1st down. And that's number 11 out there, Mason Britton, making that catch.
Yes, a Toyota 1st down for David Crockett. And again, Science Hill with a chance on 3rd down to maybe get off the field and look at the replay again. Larkins looking out to his left the entire time, and There goes Britton coming across the middle. Those slants have just been deadly for David Crockett. Science Hill so far has not been able to stop them.
And you see how Larkins kept that ball low, so the only person that could catch it was the offensive performer, not the defensive guy coming up. So Larkins again from the spread. Joyner to his right. First down. Little screenplay out here to Colley. He's got 2 people to beat, and he does. And he gets a little gain out of something that should have been nothing.
I'll tell you what David Crockett does really well. They use every inch of the football field. I mean, take a look. Look how wide out Colley's on this play where he catches this ball. I mean, he is so close to the sidelines there. I mean, they're really going outside the numbers here. They are using every inch of this field. It makes it so hard to defend a team. They're willing to really spread it out as much as David Crockett does.
And, of course, that's what Crockett's all about. They want to break you down. They want to make their linebackers of Science Hill cover their fast wide receivers and slot backs, which is a very tough task.
Got a 2nd and 2 now for David Crockett, the 31-yard line of Science Hill.
Good handoff up the middle. And there's Joyner. He's got 2 people to beat. Joyner is going to have the first down.
Wow, I mean, tell you what, when you have this 1-2 punch, I mean, how do you defend this team? I mean, that's a Toyota first down and inside the Toyota red zone now for David Crockett. But, I mean, they have so many options. And here's Joyner again. A great job by the line. Look at that hole right there. I mean, you and I think maybe could have got through that hole right there. Ooh, what a play there by Joyner. Now it's like, they can run it up the middle. They can throw it when they want. Ooh.
So Toyota first down by Joyner. He took that little draw play and turned it into a big game. And once again, we're knocking on the door in the Toyota red zone. Larkins with another handoff, and Joyner slips this time.
And even if he didn't slip, he wasn't going anywhere. Science Hill had a lot of guys out in that one there. The second quarter now, we're just under the 6-minute mark of the second quarter. David Crockett up 27-7. And so far, David Crockett, this is their 4th possession on offense. Their first 3 all went for touchdown. The other touchdown, of course, coming on the pick 6 there from Eric Dunbar. So we got a 2nd and 13 now for David Crockett. The ball is at the 14-yard line. They got to go all the way to the 1 for a first down, PJ. They don't find the end zone.
Larkins from the backfield, checking things out. Man in motion, and he'll hand to that man. And that's Hackler. Hackler cutting back across the grain, and they're going to have a shoestring tackle to bring him down.
Science Hill did a good job using their 12th defender, the sideline there. I mean, they had to extend it out there. Hackler had to cut it back towards the field there and just unable to get anything going. Picked up 3 yards on the play. Maybe got back to the original line of scrimmage. There is Dante Hackler, a 6'3" receiver. He's had himself, last year it was really his breakout season. He's continued this year. He has had a couple of good catches so far tonight there. I mean, Prince Colley has 2 touchdowns for David Crockett, and Larkins has the sneak, and then Dunbar on the pick 6. That's how they have scored so far.
Hackler out to the right, Colley out to the left in the slot. Larkins from the shotgun, running the spread offense where they do spread it around.
Got a timeout by David Crockett.
So Crockett with that lead 27-7, and now they're going to talk it over. And the last time they talked over, they came up with a pretty good play that resulted in a touchdown, because we talked to the coach who loves defense because he played defense in college. But this offensive attack of David Crockett is just so creative.
It's also because they can do both things. I mean, it's not like they're one-dimensional. I mean, that's the passing game gets all the headlines for them because of Larkins and Hackler and Colley. But with Joyner, keeps them honest defensively. I mean, that's what you don't see very often in the high school. It kind of reminds me of what Greenville had last year offensively. They had Dorian Goddard and Cameron Height out at receiver, and then they had Ty Youngblood in the backfield along with Ballard. Now, that was the dimension that so far Larkins is not, a runner with football. So that's the one dimension that it's kind of the triple threat option that David Crockett does not have, is the running quarterback. But still, the running backs and receivers at the high school level, it is so difficult to be able to contain. You got to really pick your poison. And so far, Science Hill's been unable to figure that out. And really, last week kind of gives me due respect about how Ooltewah was able to hold David Crockett to just 16 points through almost 3 quarters. So we got a 3rd and 9 coming out of the timeout. Just 1 timeout left in the first half now for David Crockett.
Larkins looking it over. Looking to the right, throwing to the right, and he's got a man, but a low throw. It looked like Collie out there trying to scoop it. It was Hackler. Hackler down in the corner. Just could not get low enough.
No, I mean, that ball kind of bounced a couple feet in front of Hackler there. So now you got a 4th and 9, and I expect David Crockett to go forward here on 4th and 9. Coach Chandler has that much confidence in his offense, and again, not as much within the kicking game from the field goal range. I mean, you'd be looking right now at a 27-yard field goal, and Larkins and the Pioneers, they're going to keep the offense on the field here, and that's kind of what we would expect from David Crockett, to keep the offense out here.
And they can get a first down.
At the 1-yard line, yeah, they could get to the 1.
So Larkins talks to Hackler, and now he comes back into formation. And Larkins is looking at Hackler. He's throwing to Hackler over the shoulder, but it's going to be too deep.
Yeah, Larkins threw that one. Yeah, he was open there and it needed a perfect throw to do it, but the ball was just too far over the head of Hackler. So that's a turnover on downs, and Science Hill will take over with 4:27 left here in the first half. This is Cade Larkins. Of course, remember, he left the game last week. He left. He got injured. He took a big hit there right before the lightning delay. They were actually losing the game when he went out, but then they scored 2 plays later before the lightning delay. See if the Science Hill offense now gets the ball starting at their own 10-yard line.
Chandler is going to put it in the air, and he throws it over the middle. It's complete for a second, but a big hit there, and that was Hackler with the hit.
Yeah, good job there by Dante Hackler. That was Cole Torbett, who could not hang on to that for Science Hill. Hackler doing more than just catching the ball, also dishing out some hits as well. As we look at the replay here, Torbett had this one and then kind of was looking almost to see where the defense was, and took his eye off the football. So that adds injury and insult there. You drop it, then you get whacked from behind by Hackler.
Whacked. Batchelor, little screenplay again to Thomas. This time he drops it, and it's incomplete. And now it's 3rd and long, and Crockett, if they can hold here, they're going to have great field position.
Yeah, that was they scored a touchdown on this sign, so it was a screenplay. They were trying to run another screen right there. Unfortunately, Thomas, that was maybe a little low on the throw, and wasn't able to get it. So Science Hill, obviously, they need this first down. After getting David Crockett to turn the ball over on downs, you'd hate to go 3 and out if you're the Toppers.
Batchelor tossing out. He's got a man wide open, and he drops it. It's incomplete. Might have been out of bounds either way.
That's Marquise Griffin right there, and again, that was a busted coverage by David Crockett. He was wide open. They're very fortunate that ball was not completed. Griffin, let's take a look at the Toyota replay on this one. Batchelor, plenty of time, good pocket, nice throw to the far side, and I think if he would have came down with that one, that would have been just wasn't able to come down with it. Was Griffin. It was by no means an easy catch, but probably one he would like to have another chance at.
We talked about Hinsman's leg a minute ago, strong leg, and he's going to need it. He's going to be punting from his own end zone. He's got Hackler out here at the 50-yard line with plenty of room to run.
Yeah, David Crockett, turns the ball over on downs, and Science Hill has 3 drop passes in a row.
Great snap. Hensley's going to boot it away. He hits a strong kick to the right side. Hackler watches it bounce. Is he going to scoop it up? He does. Avoids 1 tackler, avoids 2. He's coming down the right sideline. He's going to try to cut it back. Now a host of Toppers are going to bring him down at about the 51-yard line. 49-yard line.
We're in the CFL. David Crockett's going to take over on the plus side of the field. I'll tell you what, something to keep an eye on. Look at Cade Larkins. I think on that last throw, looks like, I don't know if he doesn't look like he's 100% right now. It almost was like limping a little bit coming back out. Coming up at halftime, we got the friendshipcars.com halftime report. We'll see. It'll be interesting to keep an eye on Larkins. Almost he was moving a little gingerly on that last throw into the end zone on the previous play right there, and he went over to the bench as well. We'll keep an eye on Larkins, see how he's moving here.
So it'll be first down for the Pioneers. Larkins fumbles it, falls on it. So it'll be second down as he recovers his own fumble. And our good buddy Dustin Walters joins us now. Hey, Dustin. Dustin, of course, with friendshipcars.com. Loving high school football. You weren't able to join us last week, but we do appreciate you showing up tonight. It's an unbelievable. What about this crowd? Well, it's a good thing you're a car dealer. You can just park cars all the way along. All right, it's second down and about 15 for the Pioneers. Larkins with the fake. He'll roll to the right. He's got some air on this. There's Hackler out there, but it's going to be knocked away by a good play by the Toppers. Number 4 was there on the defense to knock that ball away.
That was Marquise Griffin right there, who was the receiver on the last play. Here's another replay of this one. Larkins throws that one up. Griffin had plenty of time to come underneath there, and it almost like he was trying to knock it down, like he wasn't even trying to catch it right there.
Dustin, do you ever make a play like that? Not real life. Very few of us have, I think. That was really a nice defensive play, and the Toppers really needed that because now it's going to be third down. Clock is winding down to almost the 3-minute mark, so if they can keep Crockett out of the end zone, they still have a chance in this to get back in this game in the second half. Larkins with the fake. He'll step up. He'll throw it deep. And this ball is going to be complete as Colley cut in front of it, and he picks him up and cuts him down for a touchdown. Oh, my goodness.
Cade Larkins, how did he make that throw, and how did that ball not get intercepted? It looked like there were a couple Toppers right around there. Colley, 55-yard touchdown. What a play. Let's take another look at this one here. Larkins, he takes a big hit on this one as well, and a couple Toppers almost overrun the ball right there.
He splits them. He splits them.
Colley got the ball skills that he has. Unbelievable there. 55-yard touchdown. That is his third receiving touchdown of the first half for Prince Colley.
He's going to be calling this going, can you televise all our games? The guy could be playing in the NFL if we finish with Gooch is on the field now for the extra point. And it's up. And it is good. David Crockett continues to put points on the board. Well, Dustin, you don't see a play like that every day. This is the real deal. Yeah, they really did. You want to mention a big promotion that you've got going on because you've not only supported high school football, but you're venturing out into college land as well. So Casey and I should show up in the morning. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, motivation is key right now, right? Yes. Time is running out, so you can't answer it. Yeah.
Now, and how can they win that money? We're going to be there. Everybody has heard that. I can win a free car if they score a touchdown.
That's in the ETSU App State game, Tennessee, Georgia State, and Virginia Tech, Boston College, correct? Yeah, all three of those games, so we've got a lot of options.
Well, we know you're a busy guy, and we appreciate you showing up and helping us out tonight. Always good to see you, Dustin. Thank you.
Dustin, thank you. Appreciate it. All right, that was Dustin Walters from friendshipcars.com.
And we have a kickoff, another short one that the Toppers will pick up and return from the 30. He's got some running room, and he's got more space now down the sidelines, and he's turning on the Jets. Oh, my goodness, what a run.
That was Braden Anderson.
Wow, that was just out of nowhere.
And that's his second big return. And that's going to put Science Hill inside the Toyota red zone here with under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Again, take another look at these pooch kicks. Braden Anderson says, let me just do this on my own. Runs all the way back from left to right across the field, and good blocking out in front there by the Toppers as well.
Here's the important part.
There was a flag on the play.
Oh, no, it's coming back. What a great individual effort by number 8.
Yeah, there is a flag there over by the kind of blended in with all those yellow pants that Science Hill is wearing. But the referee's going to have the call right here. So the call was holding on Science Hill, so that wipes out the big return by by the Toppers. That's going to move the ball all the way back into Science Hill territory. We'll take another look here at the holding call, number 16. You see at the top of the screen right there.
Great camera work by crew. Oh, yeah, holds him the whole way. And it pretty much tackles him until he gets to that point right there.
That was a Baylor Brock there on number 16 for Science Hill. That cost him about 40 yards of field position.
Here comes Thomas up the middle. He's just turning on the jets and run down from behind. What a play.
That got that penalty yard back and then some right there. What a play by Chris Thomas. That's a Toyota first down. And, man, Chris Thomas is single-handedly trying to keep Science Hill in this game here. He got that 65-yard touchdown a couple drives ago. And then he gets a big gain right here for a first down.
He has a different gear than most high school kids. When he gets in the middle, he just jets through there.
There is another flag on the play there. We're hearing maybe a sideline warning against Science Hill. There was a sideline warning against Science Hill. So the first one is not a penalty, but if it happens again, it will be a penalty against Science Hill. So that's now the coaches turn around saying, get back, get behind the line, yelling at all the players now.
A little too excited. So Batchelder with 2 minutes and 47 seconds left, trying to get the Toppers back in the end zone in a 34-7 game. Spread offense. Straight handoff for Thomas. He's met again by that defense.
There's another flag coming in.
Usually that's a holding call.
Yeah, where that was, it could also be a face mask as well. I think where that one was. I figure between the two of us, one of us will be right, so that's all that matters.
Trying to figure it out here. Here we go with the call. Now he's going to think about it. I believe the face mask might be the call. It was a face mask. Well, that certainly helps Science Hill's calls.
We get some updated numbers on Cade Larkins. He is 14 of 21 for 218 yards. He has 3 touchdowns passing and 1 rushing so far. A 15-yard penalty there for the face mask penalty. That sets up Science Hill with a first down at the 16-yard line. They're inside the Toyota red zone, trying to draw within close. They're down 27 points.
Batchelder rolling out, throwing down, almost intercepted. Oh, my goodness. If Hackler had gotten that, it would see you later.
Boy, that one bounced off his shoe, it looked like there, and bounced up for his second. Hackler. Wow, that would have been another game-changing play. Let's take a look at this one here. Batchelder throwing back, righty throwing back to the left side. That ball hung up there, and Hackler, that one just bounced off his shoe there.
That's why it's so hard to do that when you're right-handed. Throwing back across the field, just can't get enough strength in the ball. There's Thomas with a handoff to the right side, met again by a couple of Pioneers. He's going to be short of the first down.
It's a big third down for Science Hill. The first half clock approaching 2 minutes in this first half.
Stacey Carter is a great offensive coordinator. He's got to come up with something here because the Toppers desperately need to get in the end zone to get back in this ball game. 34-7. It'll be Batchelder in the backfield. He'll hand to Thomas, and he is surrounded. They just went right up the middle, Casey.
Yeah, now it's fourth down. Now, what do you do if you're Science Hill? Do you take the points and bring in Hensley to kick a field goal, or do you leave the offense out here? I mean, you're down 27 points late in the first half with Science Hill.
There goes Thomas out of the ball game.
It looks like they're going to kick the field goal, or maybe call a timeout.
Yeah,
I think they're going to take a timeout here. All right, so, I mean, you're down 27 points. David Crockett is going to get the ball to start the second half. Now, if you do kick a field goal, that makes it 24 points.
We've got our Toyota Spotlight while we have this break.
Tonight's School Spotlight is brought to you by your local Toyota dealer.
Tom Foster and his family are pioneers. His father started a sign business in 1977. They've called the Jonesboro area home for decades. Tom himself graduated from David Crockett High School in 1984. And that's how he finds a way to give back. He donates to school programs to provide job skills and opportunities for students.
I feel it's really important to be involved in the vocational side of that to help train a lot of students.
Some of those students even find themselves here, working at Foster Signs after graduation.
Hands-on experience now means a lot because so many things are dedicated just towards college, and the vocational arts programs are very important to businesses such as myself, being able to train employees to be able to come to work right straight out of high school.
It's that kind of community support that allows students to pioneer their own future.
Tonight's School Spotlight is brought to you by your local Toyota dealer.
On a 4th down.
It's 4th and 5 at the 11. Science Hill is going to leave the offense on the field, and they're going for it here.
Batchelder is going to roll out.
He's wide open.
He's got a man wide open. There's the throw, and there's a touchdown. We said something special was going to happen. That looks like Canada out there with a touchdown.
Yeah, Toyota touchdown. Andrew Canada right there. I tell you what, Science Hill, I didn't recognize that offense. Take a look. They were in a heavy package.
Yeah.
Had one receiver, a couple tight ends. Canada was lined up as a tight end. And, that play worked because he was wide open right there. And great play call for Science Hill, and they desperately needed that touchdown.
They certainly did. And Hensley will be on now for the kick. Kate Hensley. Now check out this kid's leg. You watched him in pre-games. See how high it goes over the goalpost? Nothing to it. And all of a sudden, it's a 34-14 game.
Yeah, and really, that was the first time. I mean, Science Hill looked like a power running team.
Our Facebook sponsor, Tim Copenhaver. I was able to catch up with him a little bit earlier. Tim?
I'd like to welcome Tim Copenhaver and Chapman Chevrolet Cadillac. Tim, you're going to be our Facebook sponsor and our First Down sponsor. You love high school football. It's just so important to you, isn't it?
Yes, sir. It's great for the communities. The crowd will be here tonight. It draws everybody together. This is a great rivalry, and it should be an electric atmosphere tonight.
Talk about what it does to put these games on television for our local athletes.
Well, I think it's great for the schools, the communities, and the kids. And not just the football players, but the cheerleaders, the band members, the dancers. I think it's just a great exposure for everyone.
And he's not just a sponsor, he's a dad. Nicholas Copenhaver, who had a serious knee injury last year, worked his tail off to get back, and he is playing tonight. Great story.
Yeah, Copenhaver, number 22, is the starting free safety for the Science Hill defense. With 1:16 left in the first half, that Science Hill defense, it is imperative they cannot allow David Crockett to put any more points on the board at the end of the half here, because David Crockett will get the ball to start the second half. So if by some chance, 1:16 for many high school teams, that might not be enough time. But for David Crockett, the way they throw the ball, they have plenty of time.
So Hensley will be booting it away. And Crockett will get another chance. And they're just going to squib it again. And the ball is loose. And Science Hill has it. It looks like Science Hill is on it.
Yeah, Science Hill, they tried an onside kick the last time, and they weren't able to get it this time. They did, and Malik Bowman comes up with the football right there. And wow, it's David Crockett. After the last time that happened, it did not look like they were ready for that onside kick there. They only had their kind of return team in there, no one else really up front, and that's a big play there for Science Hill now, who suddenly gets the ball back at the David Crockett 42-yard line, PJ, with 1:16, 2 timeouts left. And wow, Science Hill could punch this in again before halftime.
What a strange turn of events. So Batchelder this time back in the shotgun. And he's going over the middle, and he's got a receiver, and that ball is complete to number 1. That is Dunn out there for the first down.
Yeah, Solomon Dunn there. Nice catch for Science Hill. And that sudden change of possession right there, the Toyota first down, but that David Crockett defense trying to maybe catch their breath a little bit. Then they have to go right back on the field again. Depth is an issue for David Crockett. They have a lot of guys that play both ways. Science Hill far outnumbers them a number of players. We go under a minute here in the first half.
Batchelder, good handoff right up the middle. That's Thomas spinning down, close to another first down.
That clock continues to run. Looks like he is just short of the first down. Science Hill as they go inside the Toyota red zone, they're going to have to call a timeout here, and they do, because that clock was running. They did not get a first down, so Science Hill calls their second timeout of the first half. So now we'll reset it here, PJ. It's going to be 2nd and 2 for Science Hill from the 22-yard line.
Again, a beautiful view from above. The Sky 5 drone powered by Empire Ford. Just to show you the magnitude of this ball game. Great crowd on hand. Really a ton of cars parked around here. It's a really festive atmosphere as we get close to first down, or close to halftime, I should say. A lot of folks around the concession stands already trying to get all the hot dogs and beverages they can to get stocked up for a second half, which is going to be probably as crazy as this first half. Because if Science Hill can punch this in, we've got a whole new ballgame.
That last drive for Science Hill before they scored was a 4-play, 59-yard drive. Chris Thomas had 34 of those yards. Of course, they had that 15-yard face mask penalty, which helped as well. It took 1:45 off the clock, and now we got a 2nd and 2 from the 18-yard line for Science Hill with 45 seconds left in the first half. Each team looking to make a mark here before halftime.
Batchelder looking the defense over. 2nd down and short. He steps, he throws to the corner. The ball is up. There's the leaping grab and a touchdown.
Solomon Dunn.
What a throw and catch.
What a throw by Batchelder, and what a catch for that Toyota touchdown by Solomon Dunn. What a play. Let's take another look at this one here on our Toyota replay. Great throw. Little back shoulder throw there and what a catch by Dunn. Those gold shoes stand out so
He's got
bright.
the gold shoes.
Yes. Yeah, wow, what a sudden change of events. All of a sudden, it goes from 34-7 to 34-20, pending an extra point here.
And so far, Hensley has been perfect. 2 for 2, going for number 3. And it's good. 34-21, 36 seconds left.
All right, I'm going to make a prediction now, I think, for the rest of the time here on the kickoff coverage for David Crockett. They're going to be ready now for an onside kick here. I mean, they have been twice now. They have been caught off guard. You know, obviously, the first time you could see why, but the second time I was really surprised they weren't more ready for that onside kick from Science Hill, and it worked once. Why not do it again if you're Science Hill, especially with just 36 seconds left in the half?
This is really going to give Science Hill a lot of inspiration for that second half. They're still in it.
I mean, before that last drive, you know, if they don't score, I mean, this game, we're getting into territory where we could have a running clock potentially in the second half. And now all of a sudden, you know, 2 touchdowns really quick for Science Hill. Their sideline, a little more energy you see over there. And now if you're David Crockett again, how are they going to change their formation here to be ready for this onside kick if, in fact, they do that again? It looks like already you see more guys with better hands out there as well. Yeah.
Less linemen.
Yes, yes.
Hensley's done a good job with these little squib kicks, giving his teammates a chance to recover those.
That drive for Science Hill, 3 plays, 42 yards, just 40 seconds off the clock.
Hensley, he's going to kick it deep, and he's going to kick it out of the end zone. As you've often said in high school, once it goes to the end zone, you can't bring it out.
Now that's the true cat and mouse game that David Crockett brings in the hands team, brings everybody up, then Hensley kicks it into the end zone here. So with 36 seconds left now, you know, we'll see what David Crockett does. They have 1 timeout left. I mean, they're going to start this drive at the 20-yard line.
Do you just run out the clock and play for the second half, or do you really try to get down into field goal?
I'll tell you what, if it was me after giving up those 2 touchdowns like that, I think I would kind of just run it out here and just try and go into halftime up by 13. I mean, the last thing you would want to do is maybe get a tip pass, get another interception or something like that. As we see Sky 5, our drone powered by Empire Ford, high above Jonesboro here at David Crockett High School. Pioneers, though, coming out and 5 wide receivers, so much for maybe running the half out here.
Larkins back in the shotgun, receiver in motion, and Larkins is going to put it in the air. A little screen pass. Looks like Hackler's out there, and he'll make a couple of yards.
That's a safe. I mean, that's a safe play of screen. That's kind of the extension of the run game right there. And obviously, you know, didn't get a first down, so that clock is going to continue to run now at 20 seconds. We'll see if David Crockett, they do not look very motivated to get another playoff here. I think they'd be content now going into halftime. It looks like they're not going to try and run another play.
That's pretty smart, really. I mean, you run a safe play, like you say, a screen. Now, if they break it and get a good yardage, then that changes your philosophy. But now that you're way back here in no man's land, you're just going to let the clock run out. And that's what's going to happen. And the first half is over. And David Crockett now leading 34-21.
So 34-21, David Crockett, again, the way this first half ended, I know Coach Shanley's not going to be happy about how the half ended, but his team is still up by 13 points as Olivia's getting ready to catch up with Coach. And Olivia, looks like you got him, so we'll send it down to you.
Yeah, we are here with David Crockett's head coach, Hayden Shanley, and Coach, really a half you dominated there toward the end. We started to see slowing down a little bit. What are you going to tell your guys going into halftime?
Well, it's hard to score when we don't have the ball. And, defense gives up a score, and then they get a little cheap onside kick on us there. So we like where we're at. We're moving the ball offensively. Defensively, we just got to tighten up a little bit.
And there for a long time in this first half, we also saw possession. You guys had the ball for a long time. Your guys were getting tired. And do they really need this break right now?
I feel like our guys are getting some breaks. The TV timeouts are helping. We like where we're at. We get the ball first, start second half. We got to come out and play well.
Great. Good luck, Coach. Thank you so much. And that was David Crockett's head coach. Again, they are leading here at halftime. We are going to toss a break and then go into our halftime report.
It's the Honda Summer Spectacular event. That means more euphoric feelings that come from getting a great deal on a Honda CR-V or HR-V. Or from getting a Pilot or Passport. All part of 2019's best SUV brand. Hurry in today and experience the joy for yourself.
Get a great deal on the Honda CR-V, part of 2019's best SUV brand, at the Honda Summer Spectacular event.
Whenever some little bug found its way into Miss Crenshaw's home, well, everyone with an earshot knew it. Now, it just so happened our son studied and collected insects, and so he took great joy in coming to her rescue. And I'll have you know, this marked the beginning of what one day would become the most successful pest control company in the area. So pick up the phone and call the pros at Leo's, and you'll be glad you did.
At Colonial Hill Retirement Center, you'll have all the comforts of home. Hi, I'm Alina Haynes. Colonial Hill Retirement Center has a 24-hour staff, an elegant full-service dining room, and housekeeping to keep things neat and clean. Don't worry about repairs and maintenance. Our staff will take care of everything. Like to entertain with family and friends? We can help you with that. You just relax and enjoy life. Call 282-6903 or just drop by.
Toyota's national clearance event is on. It's time to save on the last of the 2019s. Congratulations. I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Congrats.
I can make your hands clap. Lease an adventurous new 2019 RAV4 for $199 a month, or choose $1,250 finance cash, or get $3,000 cash back on the built-in the USA Highlander.
How long should we do this?
Well, the event doesn't end until September 3rd.
Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome to FriendshipCars.com's halftime report. Friendship is going to sell 1,000 cars, trucks, bikes, and ATVs in 1 month at FriendshipCars.com's Kickoff to 1,000.
And welcome back to halftime here at David Crockett High School, where the Science Hill Hilltoppers band is on the field. And we saw a very entertaining first half where David Crockett dominated early, and then Science Hill came on strong late.
They sure did. 55 points and a half. We'll see if we get that many more here in the second half.
So it's 34-21 right now at halftime. And the band, as they strike up to play, Casey, we have some other things to talk about as well.
We do. Of course, there's more than just the athletic side of things. We've got the Scholar Athlete, and Olivia Bailey has our Scholar Athlete winners of the week from Science Hill and David Crockett High School.
Throughout the 2019 Toyota Friday Night Rivals regular season, Holston Medical Group will recognize an exceptional senior student athlete from each participating school with a plaque presentation prior to each game. This week's Holston Medical Group Scholar athletes are from Science Hill High School. Jake Mathern. Jake is a leader in the classroom and on the basketball court. He made first team at the All-District Tournament and was awarded for having the highest GPA on the basketball team. Jake also volunteers for local charities and plays guitar for a church praise band.
This is Dr. Mary McCormick with Holston Medical Group, and I am honored to present the HMG Scholar Athlete of the Week.
And from David Crockett High School, Cade Larkins. Cade excels at football and baseball, having made all conference in both. Cade maintains a 4.11 GPA and is a student representative on the school board. Cade also volunteers for the food pantry in the Haven of Mercy.
This is Dr. Mary McCormick with Holston Medical Group, and I am proud to present the HMG Scholar of the Week to Mr. Cade Larkins.
Jake, Cade, and other nominated students are also eligible to win a $5,000 scholarship to be presented at the end of the season, courtesy of Holston Medical Group. Holston Medical Group, the proud sponsor of the 2019 Friday Night Rivals Scholar Athlete Award.
All right, thank you very much, Olivia. As the band stretches on the field, we're going to take a break here at halftime. You're watching Toyota Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers.
It's model year closeout at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. Silverado Double Cab, $30,995. Silverado Crew Cab, $32,995. Colorado, $20,995. Silverado Double Cab All-Star, $12,000 off. Champion Chevrolet. How do they do that?
Have you collected or inherited gold jewelry, silver diningware, gold or silver coins over the years? Nearly everyone has a collection, whether they realize it or not. Even broken gold jewelry is valuable. At Southern Gold Traders, you can get a free evaluation and find out what they're worth. And if you're looking to sell, we offer cash on the spot. We also offer watch and car key battery replacements. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or repair, stop by Southern Gold Traders in Bristol or Johnson City.
Hope you're enjoying tonight's football game. We're excited that September is Friday Night Rivals High School Football Month on Fox 39. Stay with us after each game for Fox 39 News at 10. Get your last news of the day first on Fox 39 News at 10.
Hello, I'm Randy Tedder with Associated Tree Service. Whether you're doing commercial tree care or residential, we've got the right equipment and trained professionals running it. So for a free estimate, give us a call.
Call today, 276-628-4866.
It's model year closeout at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. Trax $15,995, Equinox $29,995, Blazer $27,995, Traverse $27,995, Camaro $23,995. Champion Chevrolet. How do they do that?
And we are back for our Friendship.com halftime report. And this is our Educator Spotlight, sponsored by Northeast State Community College. They partner with all of our local schools to feature our educators here. And we have Science Hill's principal, Todd Barnett, here with us. And thank you so much for being here and being a part of this night in Friday Night Rivals.
Absolutely. Glad to be here. It's a great environment for high school football. Two teams going after each other. Crockett's got a great quarterback. I think we've got a pretty good running back, and it's just a great game to watch.
And we've been talking about football all night, but we've also got the band out here on the stand. They're doing some pretty exciting things as well.
Band's doing great. Matter of fact, we'll be hosting, I think, October 19th. We'll be hosting Hilltopper Invitational. There'll be bands from all over the region up at our place competing. I think it'd be a great event for people to come out and enjoy.
And part of this Educator Spotlight, we also get to learn about the other student athletes and the other students there at Science Hill. You've still got the soccer team, the basketball team, the volleyball team. They're all doing pretty tremendous things right now.
And we're very proud of them. They work hard and you know, they work hard academically in the classroom, but they're also competing on the field and on the courts. Matter of fact, our volleyball team and girls soccer team will be doing Grill on the Hill for our next 2 home football games to fundraise for some of the things that they're doing. Basketball team's getting ready for a year. I think they'll be really good. As a matter of fact, they're going to Hawaii to play in the Christmas tournament. So they'll be, you'll be hearing a lot from them over the course of the season.
And just lastly here, homecoming. That's always a big time for any of our high schools around here. And you're inviting all the alumni back.
Absolutely. We love having our alumni back. As a matter of fact, we just hosted 2 groups this past week. Had 50-year reunion class of 69 and then a 40-year reunion class of 79. We probably have 2 or 3 more groups coming up, and homecoming's a great event for the community. It's a great event for our school. Parade starts at 6:15. Queen coronation around 7, so it's going to be a great night of football and just festivities.
Great, and a great performance here by the band. Thank you so much for joining us here for your Friendship.Cars halftime report. We'll be back to talk with David Crockett's principal as well for their Educator Spotlight.
Hi, welcome to Toyota's
National Clearance Event.
Yes. Now's the time to get a great deal on
the last of the 2019s.
Huh, I'm impressed. But the deals will only last until
September 3rd.
What am I thinking now?
Get the greater than ever 2020 Corolla with $1,000 cash back, or a low mileage lease for $169 a month, or lease this sporty and aggressive 2019 Camry for $209 a month.
Save on the last of the 2019s.
Coming today!
Okay, what's up?
Toyota, let's go places.
Your home is the heart of your family. At Scott Britton Construction, we're honored to help make that dream a reality. Whether it's your first house, a home for your growing family, or your retirement dream, let us help you with your most important investment. We ensure every home is perfectly constructed from beginning to end. Quality craftsmanship and superior custom is our priority. Visit us at scottbrittonconstruction.com for more.
Go Pioneers!
It's the Kickoff to 1,000 at Friendship Hyundai of Bristol and Johnson City. We're slashing prices on every single car, truck, and SUV. No payments for 90 days, plus enter to win a free car. It's the Kickoff to 1,000 at Friendship Hyundai, and you could be the big winner.
A warm smile is a universal language of kindness. At Smiles Dentists in Jonesboro, our goal is to provide an incomparable dental experience that meets the treatment needs and exceeds expectations of our patients by utilizing state-of-the-art technology, advanced materials, in a safe and comfortable atmosphere with a team committed to excellence in dentistry and patient care. Dr. J. Ellen Burleson offers laser and cosmetic dentistry, same-day CERA crowns, teeth whitening, periodontal, and endodontic therapy to help you have the best smile. Call our office today for an appointment.
For the best price, selection, and highest trade-in allowance, there's only one way. The Fairway. How do you get quality pre-owned cars and trucks? You trade for them. Fairway has over 200 available. That's Fairway Ford. Online at fairwayfordofkingsport.com.
Tonight's Educator Spotlight is sponsored by Northeast State Community College. We're here to get you there, and now we have David Crockett's principal, that is Mrs. Peggy Wright. We were talking to her earlier. Just at Friday Night Rivals, the atmosphere has been great. The pregame show here at David Crockett. Talk a little bit about what this has meant to you and your students for this game.
Well, as you can see, there's a lot of excitement, and from the paratroopers to the fireworks to everything, it's been a great game, and we're really happy about the score right now.
Oh, I would say so. We're also talking a little bit about education here. Obviously, these student athletes are students first, especially at this high school level. And we were just talking about technical and career education and how important that is in today's schools.
Well, the state has shifted a lot toward career tech education in the past couple of years, and we're excited about that because there's a lack of, Tennessee has a lack of skilled labor, and really across the nation. So kids now can graduate from David Crockett High School with industry certifications, which allow them to leave high school and get a job, and a really good paying job right out of high school. That's exciting.
And one of our spotlights actually was at Foster Signs. I know that he assists a lot with the students there at David Crockett, but we were just talking as well. I mean, college isn't for everyone, so these give students the opportunity just to, like you said, to get out of high school and go directly into the workforce.
Absolutely. So we offer industry certifications, dual enrollment, online classes, so students have a lot of options. And yes, you're right, 4-year college is not not for everybody. And I'm thankful for Northeast and the TCAT school in Elizabethton, and we're getting excited to have a TCAT school here in Boones Creek. So yes, students are going to have a whole lot more opportunities and options because, four-year college is great for some, but it's not for everybody.
Great. Thank you so much, Mrs. Wright. And this has been part of your FriendshipCars.com halftime report, your Educator Spotlight, sponsored by Northeast State Community College.
It's model year closeout at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. Silverado Double Cab, $30,995. Silverado Crew Cab, $32,995. Colorado, $20,995. Silverado Double Cab All-Star, $12,000 off. Champion Chevrolet. How do they do that?
When the sun comes up, it's go time. Whether at work or at play, on the field or off, life doesn't stop, and neither should you. So when you get injured, Holston Medical Group is here to get you back on your feet. Our orthopedic and sports medicine physicians deliver quality care that exceeds expectations, specializing in non-surgical techniques and minimally invasive procedures to get you back in the game fast. Now with convenient walk-in access in Bristol at Sapling Grove. We are HMG, your doctor, your family, your health partner for life.
For the best price, selection, and highest trade-in allowance, there's only one way. The fair way. How do you get quality pre-owned cars and trucks? You trade for them. Fairway has over 200 available. That's Fairway Ford. Online at fairwayfordofkingsport.com.
Welcome to Mox of Jonesboro. Come in for a visit.
In addition to great sitting, be sure to check out our great gift selection from our gift shop. Lots of items to choose from and great for all ages. Mox of Jonesboro, located in the heart of historic Jonesboro. Call today.
It's the Kickoff to 1,000 at Friendship Jeep of Bristol. We're slashing prices on every single car, truck, and SUV. No payments for 90 days, plus enter to win a free car. It's the Kickoff to 1,000 at Friendship Jeep of Bristol, and you could be the big winner.
Trying to please everyone with the delicious selections on Shoney's buffet and menu. You'll find something for everyone. Family time calls for your favorites. The Slim Jim Sandwich, All-American Burger, or the Soup Salad and Fruit Bar. All fresh for your family at Shoney's.
A warm smile is a universal language of kindness. At Smiles Dentists in Jonesboro, our goal is to provide an incomparable dental experience that meets the treatment needs and exceeds expectations of our patients by utilizing state-of-the-art technology, advanced materials, in a safe and comfortable atmosphere with a team committed to excellence in dentistry and patient care. Dr. J. Ellen Burleson offers laser and cosmetic dentistry, same-day CERA crowns, teeth whitening, periodontal, and endodontic therapy to help you have the best smile. Call our office today for an appointment.
It's model year closeout at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. Trax $15,995, Equinox $29,995, Blazer $27,995, Traverse $27,995, Camaro $23,995. Champion Chevrolet. How do they do that?
For the second half, Casey.
Yeah, before tonight's game, part of the Friday Night Rivals is also, it's cool, the host school as well. We give a little financial contribution to each school, and Olivia Bailey has that with the principal of David Crockett, Mrs. Peggy Wright.
And representing David Crockett High School, we have the principal here with us, Miss Peggy Wright. And this is our Toyota check presentation here tonight with our East Tennessee Toyota dealers and our News 5 staff here. And Miss Wright, we're so excited to be here for Friday Night Rivals. This is the first time David Crockett has had a chance to be a part of our Friday Night Rivals game listing. And just talk a little bit about what this has meant to David Crockett and the Jonesboro community.
Well, we've been excited all week. We've been excited actually when we first found out that you all were coming, and we're just honored and proud to be a part of this. And we just know it's going to be an exciting night, so thank you.
And you've been talking all afternoon just about supporting the student success here, and we've seen several student athletes just recognized here today. And this is an extra $1,000 that's going to help go into that school budget. What will this go to help these students?
Well, this money will go toward our general budget, but that will go toward helping more students have success, more materials, more maybe Chromebooks, technology, whatever we need in our building. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wright. We'd love to see that student success here at News 5 and from our East Tennessee Toyota dealers. Toyota and your East Tennessee Toyota dealers are combining resources to support our area high schools. We stand together as community partners for our high school athletes and their families to help schools and students get the most out of their high school years. Toyota is proud to join WCYB, CW, and Fox 39 to provide each host team with a charitable donation to their school. Proudly presented by Toyota and your East Tennessee Toyota dealers. Toyota is proud to bring you tonight's Friday Night Rivals matchup between two great area high schools.
Olivia, thank you very much. Well, if you enjoyed that first half, you saw a pick return, a touchdown catch, an onside kick. You saw just about everything.
And let's take a look at some of the highlights we have from the first half of this game here between David Crockett and Science Hill. 55 points on the board for this one here. Of course, they had that the big punt return by Dante Hackler here. This was really what set David Crockett up on their first possession, this punt return. Nice play there by Hackler. And then this catch by Hackler almost got into the end zone. He came up about a yard short, and Larkins would go underneath center. And one of the few snaps we saw underneath center in this first half, BJ, and for the touchdown.
Yeah, it was just awareness by him. And then this was just a great individual effort.
Yeah, again, here, there's Dante Hackler picking up a nice play here across midfield. And Larkins finds Prince Colley here for the touchdown against Colley. Look how wide open he was there. Makes a nice move to get in for the touchdown. That put David Crockett up 13-0. And there is the pick six by Eric Dunbar. This one went 75 yards. Did a great job undercutting the receiver. And Dunbar, this return made it 20-0 David Crockett. And they weren't done because then they got this kickoff here that kind of fell between a couple toppers, took a strange bounce, and Ron Kill Joyner fell on it for David Crockett. And that led to this touchdown by Prince Colley to make it 27-0. David Crockett, and here comes a screen pass to Chris Thomas of Science Hill. This one goes for a 65-yard touchdown. Science Hill finally gets on the board.
Turn on the Jets. Look how fast he is.
All right, then after this, we have Larkins going to, guess who? Colley again, his third touchdown of the first half. This made it 34-7. And then here comes Science Hill with two late touchdowns at the end of the half. The last one here to Solomon Dunn. A beautiful catch, and that's how we get our score at 34-21 right now. Now let's send it down to Olivia with head coach Stacey Carter of the Toppers.
Yes, we do. That's right. We do have Science Hill head coach here. And, Coach, you had a couple big breaks there at the end of the half. A tough first half, though. What did you tell your guys going into the locker room?
Well, you know, we needed some breaks at the end. We finally got them. We played some bad football this half, forced turnovers and stuff like that. And they got some great players, too. So, you know, we got some momentum going into the half. So we're going to see what we can do in this series and hopefully turn this thing around.
Yeah, and especially toward the end of that half there, you still saw the sideline jumping up and down. The fans were still motivated. Did you feel that momentum pick up at halftime?
Absolutely. Hopefully we can keep this.
Great. Thank you so much, Coach Carter. Good luck. And that was head coach Stacey Carter for the Science Hill Hilltoppers. You heard him right there. The score is 34-21. His team is down right now, but he says they have the momentum going into the next half.
All right, Olivia, thank you very much.
All right, so PJ, I guess we maybe put on our second half adjustments here. You heard Stacey Carter say they want to keep the momentum on their side. If you're Science Hill, how they do that is on defense, because they have to be able to get a stop. You know, they didn't really stop David Crockett very many times. Just one time, Crockett had the turnover on downs when they went for it on 4th and 9 from the 10-yard line. But other than that, David Crockett's offense was only stopped just one time. Of course, also, sometime in the second half, will the Toyota drive the game for you? Of course, we don't know. It could be from the first half, or it could still be to come from the second half. A lot of football still left here in Jonesboro.
I think it was interesting that Stacey pointed out they played some really bad football. And when he said that, he had a little glint in his eye. Like, okay, that's over with. Now it's all serious.
They played bad football, he said, and they're only down 13 points. I mean, it would have been completely different if they were down by 4. All right, here's the offensive players again. We're going to keep an eye on here with look at that beautiful drone shot. I guess Cade Larkins, you know, he had 4 touchdowns total in the first half, 3 passing and 1 rushing. Prince Colley, number 21 there, he had 3 touchdowns receiving in the first half for David Crockett. So those were the stars. Of course, Dante Hackler had a couple spectacular plays as well. Let's give a credit to the offensive line as well. I mean, they're keeping Larkins, got to protect him. He throws the ball as often as he does.
Big Tony Davis had a big sack on defense as well as his great play on offense. As for Science Hill, their defense, they were on the field a lot early in this game, Casey.
They were. Now they need to step up here in the second half and get a stop. Keep the momentum on the side here, you know, so those guys on defense are going to have to, make a stop. You know, Jaden Miles had a big play early on in the defensive line for Science Hill. They're going to need some more push up front and get effect Larkins, because if you give him time to throw, he's going to find someone. He has a lot of weapons to hit, so the defensive line is going to have to get some pressure. Maybe Science Hill starts bringing some linebackers as well, blitzing and trying to get the ball out of Larkins' hands quicker than he would like.
And again, we appreciate friendshipcars.com for sponsoring our halftime report as we're getting ready for second half action now as the toppers. Cade Hensley puts the ball down, and he'll be booting it away. You look for him to boot it out of the end zone as he did the last time he kicked off.
I'll tell you what, David Crockett, they have a lot of guys up front, and this one, it looks like will be returned unless they let it go. What is it?
Oh, he played that close.
Boy, that ball just barely got into the end zone here. That was a fortunate break for David Crockett.
Now Crockett will take it over on their own 20-yard line. Cade Larkins.
Look where this ball bounces, PJ. Actually bounces in the field of play, and then very fortunate that ball went into the end zone because Science Hill.
See Collie run out like, oh, I need to catch that.
Yeah, David Crockett got very, very lucky right there.
Put a little wedge spin on that. It spins backwards. Man, you're in trouble.
Got some halftime stats here. David Crockett had 317 yards of offense. Larkins threw for 258 yards in the first half.
Wow, 258. And Larkins is back at it here, and there he is, number 16. Larkins back. He'll throw over the middle, and he's got, looks like Hackler out there about 6 yards on that gain. Look, just that simple slant play. They keep running the same play over and over.
Some other numbers in the first half. Science Hill, they had 150 yards of total offense, 106 in the air, 44 in the ground. First downs, how about this? David Crockett, 16. Science Hill, 4 first downs. Turnovers, Science Hill had 2 turnovers. One, of course, was the pick 6 there by Eric Dunbar. David Crockett did have 1 turnover.
So here we go with second down and about 2 yards to go for Larkins. Larkins fakes the handoff, sets his feet, steps up in the pocket, and now he's going to be thrown down to the ground for a loss.
Science Hill's defense, Larkins, you know, he had some time there. I think he held onto the ball a little bit there and tried to step up, but by that point it was too late. Let's take a look at the replay again here. You see plenty of time, nice little spin move there by the toppers, and then eventually the pocket just breaks down and Science Hill gets the sack. So well done by Science Hill, and now it's third down. Let's see if they can get a stop on third down. That's been the bugaboo. You know, David Crockett's had a lot of conversions here. We'll see if Science Hill, because now they're not in 4-down territory. They'd have to punt it from where they are now.
That's a good point. 34-21. Crockett with their first possession of the second half. Larkins from the spread formation takes a couple of steps back. He'll throw it out here and flare it out, and Science Hill was waiting for that.
Looks like he's going to be short of the first down, though.
I think he's going to be just short. Depends on where they mark it.
Let's take a look at the replay here, and it's a nice throw to the wide side of the field, and now Hayden Chanley, this is his first big decision. It is 4th and 2, PJ, and the offense is staying on the field.
Oh, wow.
4th and 2 at their own 28-yard line.
Kind of a surprise, but he has confidence in his offense. The slant play has worked all night.
They got him the jump.
And now Science Hill jumps off sides. So that was probably the play the whole time.
That would have been very gutsy if they would have snapped that ball, but
they don't have to.
They don't have to. That's right. Let the defense make a mistake at the offsides and a big first down, and that has got to be a tough one. You see here, watch up front. 51 for Science Hill comes across the line. That was Ian McKinney, and that's a tough 5 yards, an automatic first down, and David Crockett now, let's keep that play in mind here. That could be a big turner for a Champion Chevrolet first down.
Heavy on the left side. Larkins hands to Joyner. Joyner's got a cut back. Boy, he is just a little scat back right there.
Yeah, we got a flag on the play. That was in the area where you would think it would be against the offense. I think it'd be holding probably against David Crockett from kind of where it looked like it was on the field.
That draw play works so well because you get so used to Joyner just taking those, I mean, you get used to Larkins taking those steps back.
Face mask. There we go. We'll add 5 more onto the end of the run.
I told you, Joyner is tough to bring down, and as he runs so low to the ground, it's probably pretty easy to grab that face mask as you're just reaching for it.
See if we can get a look at the face mask.
Oh, yeah. Well,
is that face mask or shoulder pad?
Yeah, that was
it's up around the head and neck area.
Yeah, sometimes they'll call that when you catch that top shoulder pad. And that leads to
that's a first down there. Champion Chevrolet first down for David Crockett.
Speaking of Champion Chevrolet, we appreciate them sponsoring our Facebook coverage tonight. All the people out there in Facebook land watching this game. As Casey mentioned, we've had folks from all over the country comment that they're watching. So let us know where you are, and we'll talk about it.
And international. Last week, somebody from England was watching the Tennessee High Dobbins-Venta game. So let us know where you're watching from.
First down. Pioneers on the move. There's Joyner with a little Green Bay sweep. He's going to get two people beating. Joyner gets inside, way inside, about the 32-yard line.
Yeah, nice run there. Let's take a look at this replay. Joyner turns on the Jets right here.
He really does turn on the Jets. That's a good way to put it.
Gets inside the 35-yard line down to the 33. And that is a Champion Chevrolet first down. Move the sticks for David Crockett. And boy, how big was that offsides on 4th and 2.
It looks like Hayden is determined to switch it up a little bit. Maybe go for a little more running attack here, just to see what Science Hill does.
Yeah, Joyner's been very effective. I mean, of course, now if they have to honor the run more, that would free up some more lanes to throw the ball in the secondary. Joyner's not going anywhere that time.
Nope. Science Hill's seen that play too many times. 3 guys were waiting on him, and they all got it.
Yeah, that was Ian McKinney there, the man who jumped off sides on 4th down. Makes up for it there with the big play in the backfield there. Good job by McKinney, the 5'11", 175-pound senior.
It seems like the passing attack does better when it's second down and long, but as you see, he had nowhere to go. Science Hill's all over it. So it'll be second down at about 13.
This drive has taken 4 minutes off the clock already here in the 3rd quarter.
Larkins in his own backfield. Shotgun formation. 2 receivers, 3 receivers to the left. Fakes to Joyner. Got time to throw. He's got a man open. Throws it high to Hackler. Just too high. Even Hackler couldn't get up for that one.
And yeah, Larkins there trying to go up top for Hackler. And looks like we have a Science Hill player down on the field.
Well, the defensive backs are down. So while he's down, we're going to take a break. You're watching Toyota Friday Night Rivals, powered by your local Toyota dealers.
Heading to Toyota's National Clearance Event. We got great deals for all our friends. Better get here before the end of the song. The last of the 2019s won't last long.
$750 bonus cash on new 4Runners and Tacomas ends September 3rd. One last chance to get $1,250 total cash back on the legendary 4Runner or $1,750 back on the rugged Tacoma. Don't miss it.
Save on the last of the 2019s.
Toyota, let's go places.
Has taken place. The second player affected by cramps and limping off the field now. Casey, give us a little more info.
Yeah, that is Marquise Griffin there for Science Hill, the 5'7" senior, number 4 from the Toppers. He went up to try to make that interception on that play. When he came down, yeah, it looked like he had cramping a little bit there.
Not that unexpected this time of year. Hot, muggy in August. It's easy to get those cramps. Back in the day, they used to give you salt pills. I don't even know if that worked. They were just horrible. Anybody my age probably had those. It was just terrible. I never did get a cramp, though.
Pickle juice was the other one you always hear about, right?
Yeah. Some horrible things back in the day. Larkins back from the shotgun. Hackler in motion. He's got the slant. He's open. Larkin under a heavy rush. He's going to throw it up and just over Colley's head.
All right, so now it's 4th down and 13. But again, the ball is on the Science Hill side of the field. I really think David Crockett will probably go for it again here on 4th and 13.
Yeah, they've been really aggressive tonight.
Ball's at the 36-yard line. They need 13 yards for a first down. It's 4th and 13.
They sent the play in. A double check there by Larkins. Copenhaver moving over to the right side on the defense. Larkins back. Steps up in the pocket. He's got time to throw. He's falling back, and he throws to a wide open receiver. And that's Britton out there who makes the first down catch. He was wide open, Casey.
He really was. Mason Britton was wide open, and David Crockett just got that play off as they go inside the Toyota red zone. That play clock was almost at 0, and Britton appears to look like he's a little ginger getting up here. He's going to come off the field. What a play. 4th and 13. Larkins again extending the play, throws back across his body to a wide open Britton who slips there inside the 10-yard line. So David Crockett again, the champion Chevrolet first down. You see Britton getting worked on. Looks like he might have been cramping a little bit as well. 4th and 13, they get plenty more. It's now 1st and goal from the 8-yard line for David Crockett. That's a backbreaker for Science Hill right there on 4th and 13. They got to come up with that stop.
Again, Larkins threw off his back foot, and he still had enough gusto on that ball to get it there for the first down. Larkins from the shotgun under a big rush. He rolls right, throws it up to the end zone. He threw that ball away.
That is what you want out of your senior quarterback. When it's not there, he got outside the pocket and throw it away. Don't try and play hero ball and make a miraculous throw there. Throw it out of bounds and live it for another down. That's a great job there by Larkins. Even though that, it goes as an incompletion, that's probably one of his, definitely smart play there, and you like to see that as your head coach Hayden Chanley is live to fight another day.
Hayden Chanley has been very aggressive in his play calling so far, and we'll see what he does here on 2nd down and long. Cade Larkins, spread formation, 3 receivers to the left, in motion goes Hackler. He fakes the handoff, then Joyner gets it up the middle, and he's going to be close. Going to be knocking on the door, but I think he's just short.
Looks like he's down at the 1-yard line. It's a gain of 7. So now we're going to have a 3rd and goal at the 1.
And another player cramping. So we have another timeout on the field, so we're going to take a break. You're watching Toyota Friday Night Rivals, powered by your East Tennessee Toyota dealers.
When the sun comes up, it's go time. Whether at work or at play, on the field or off, life doesn't stop, and neither should you. So when you get injured, Holston Medical Group is here to get you back on your feet. Our orthopedic and sports medicine physicians deliver quality care that exceeds expectations, specializing in non-surgical techniques and minimally invasive procedures to get you back in the game fast. Now with convenient walk-in access in Bristol at Sapling Grove. We are HMG, your doctor, your family, your health partner for life.
And welcome back, everyone, to David Crockett High School. And we'd like to welcome all our listeners and viewers on Facebook. Brought to you by Champion Chevrolet Cadillac and our good friend, Tim Copenhaver. I'm not sure if that guy has a Facebook page or not. Probably everybody else does.
If not, he's a big hit on Facebook right now, as everybody's going to see him around the Facebook Live there. Wave to the camera, maybe. Okay. Well, so we got 3rd and goal from the 1 as we get back to action. Malik Bowman was a player injured for Science Hill.
Here we go. Larkins hands it off to the middle, and we're waiting for the call. That is a touchdown, Joyner.
Ron Kill Joyner with the touchdown, and for David Crockett, that possession, the Toyota touchdown, that took nearly half the quarter on that possession. That big play, of course, was the offsides by Science Hill. It was 4th and 2 at the Crockett 28-yard line. Let's take a look at the touchdown run, though, again, as Ron Keel Joyner from a yard out will run this in for the touchdown.
Good tight shot of the quarterback doing the old Statue of Liberty fake. Googe back on the field now. He's just booted the extra point, and it's good. And it's a 41-21 game. And suddenly, Science Hill is in the hole again. You're watching Toyota Friday Night Rivals, powered by your East Tennessee Toyota dealers.
It's the Honda Summer Spectacular event. That means more euphoric feelings that come from getting a great deal on a Honda CR-V or HR-V. Or from getting a Pilot or Passport. All part of 2019's best SUV brand. Hurry in today and experience the joy for yourself.
Get a great deal on the Honda Pilot, part of 2019's best SUV brand, at the Honda Summer Spectacular event.
And it's time for another Toyota Kickoff as David Crockett has punched it in again. Crockett leading 41-21 with 6 minutes and 21 seconds left before a packed house here in Washington County, Tennessee. Not a seat to be had. Really, both sides are packed. We had the band perform for Science Hill at halftime. They were taking up a lot of seats on the Science Hill side. Great crowd. I mean, maybe 1,000 people standing around the fence because there's just not enough seats. This is what we tell people. Yeah, we're going to televise the game, and it's going to be an event in your community, and people are going to come out. It doesn't hurt your attendance at all. And now the folks at home that can't come to the game, they can see it as well. And we're really thrilled we're able to provide this coverage for you. So Googe has got it teed up, and he'll kick it off to the speedster. Thomas is waiting for this one, and we have yet to see him do much on a kickoff.
Because he hasn't touched the ball yet. Crockett will not kick it that far. Well, Braden Anderson, though, number 8, has been the man on the kickoffs. He had a big return. It was called back on a penalty, and again, he has this return for Science Hill. Does Braden Anderson. The Hilltopper is going to start this drive at their own 37-yard line.
And Connor Batchelor brings his team back out on the field.
That last possession for David Crockett, 10 plays, 80 yards, took 5:39 off the clock as we have another cramping issue here for Science Hill. This is the third player in this third quarter for Science Hill that's been down on the field. Of course, that last was 48 yards passing, 26 rushing. Two big, first you had the 4th and 2 where Science Hill got jumped off sides. This is Braden Anderson actually down. He was the one that was running the ball. Then the other one, of course, was 4th and 13 when Larkins had that throw to Britton. And you see Cade Larkins looking on the iPad there with the offensive coordinator, Ryan Berger. Used to play quarterback here at David Crockett.
It's so funny. We were talking to the coaches of David Crockett about how much he used the iPad, and they said, oh, no, we use it every series. Cade Larkins will come off the field. He'll check out what the defense did, how they reacted to the formation. It has really revolutionized high school football because almost every area team has this system.
It's instant feedback. Instead of waiting until halftime to be able to talk about what we're seeing out there, you can instantly go back and see, yeah, it really is. I believe this is the second year David Crockett has had it here, and Stacey Carter says Science Hill. They've been doing it for about 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah, it really helps. So Science Hill from the spread. There's the pass right off the receiver's hands.
Oh, and David Crockett, the coaches are next to us. I don't know if you can hear them or not here. They wanted that interception off that one. Big time for Science Hill. That was Jaden Swift, who couldn't come down with that one.
As Swift was open, it just went right through his hands.
We got another cramping Science Hill player on the far side of the field.
This is really getting out of hand for Science Hill. The 4th player?
4th player in the 3rd quarter alone that's had cramping issues for Science Hill.
Clearly, conditioning has played a part tonight. Crockett, I believe, did have one player that had a cramp.
While we have a minute, I can run down some. This is that's Solomon Dunn, by the way, for Science. So we can run down some other scores on tonight. Looking at Coach T, does a great job updating scores. Greenville leads Daniel Boone 31-7 in the 4th quarter. Well, this one's a surprise, not so much that they're winning, but by the margin. Dobbins Bennett is beating Oak Ridge 34-6.
I think they're sneaky good.
In the 4th quarter. Sullivan North is on top of Johnson County 12-7. That's in the 4th quarter. Good game. And Kingsport before that. Now it's Olivia. We'll send it down to you. Do you have some updates on these injuries for Science Hill?
Yeah, Casey, I'm actually sitting down here with the trainers right now. They've been filling water bottles like crazy down here. We've had 3 or 4 people at a time. The trainers are right over here. They've kind of been in their own little meeting. We talked to them earlier about this because it was so hot today. It's really cool now, but it was in the 80s earlier today, and this was a concern of theirs. They didn't think it would be this much of a concern because they say once that temperature hits 90, that's when they really start having these concerns. But they're trying to refill these water bottles and keep these players as hydrated as possible, especially on this David Crockett sideline. But this has been an issue tonight.
All right, Olivia, thank you very much as we cart another one off the field here at David Crockett High School. Again, let's just hope all these guys can recover from these cramps, because once you get a cramp, the odds are it's going to happen again.
And really with the hydration, it's not so much during the game. It has to start earlier in the day as well. You can't wait until the game to start drinking water if you're the players as well. That's something the coaches really preach on them when they're not around, is put some fluids in your body all throughout the day.
Batchelor back. He's got a big rush, but he rolls to his right. Going to heave it downfield to an open receiver, but he throws behind him. And that was number 19, Jeremiah Heiss. There in the slot, coming across the field, but he missed it.
Yeah, good job by Batchelor right here, spinning out of the pressure. kind of sets his feet again. The throw is a little bit behind Heisen. That's hard because, the receiver's running and then he's got to stop on a dime. That's a tough situation to get that timing down there when it's a broken down play like that.
It's really tough to throw off the run, and Larkins makes it look so easy. Batchelor, big rush. He's going to have to just throw it and get rid of it. And again, it looked like Dunbar was out there.
Yeah, great job by the Pioneers as well. They were all over that screen pass there. Johnny Lloyd as well was all over Chris Thomas in coverage. Once again, we'll have our Toyota drive of the game coming up for you here. And we've had a lot to choose from, a lot of drives in this game. So far, the teams have combined for 62 points. And we're still in the third quarter of this one.
I'm glad people smarter than me are going to pick that. So it looks like Science Hill's ready to punt the ball. Hensley's on the field, and Hensley's like, hey, we're missing a couple of guys. Come on.
And they have 10 players on the field for Science Hill. Here comes the 11th, and then there's the 12th. Only need one of them there. One goes running off. They're going to take a delay game.
And that's what they'll do. Really, at this point, at this position of the field, a delay of the game costs you 5 yards. Not that big a deal.
No, in the second half, your timeouts are gold. You don't want to waste a timeout. Just take the 5 yards, especially when you're losing the game as well. Those timeouts are precious because you might need them at the end of the game. So take the 5 yards and make sure you got the 11 guys and give it another go here.
And you've got Hensley, who's a weapon because he's got a great leg. Back deep is Hackler. Yeah, waited all night to see a great punt return after Hackler took that first one. And he's going to get a chance here. Great kick. Hackler's back and makes the catch down the left side. He's going to pedal back to the right, and he's met head on by the Topper defense.
Yeah, they were not going to let him have a good return that time. Great coverage by the punt team of Science Hill. We'll take another look at this one here on our friendshipcars.com replay. Is a nice punt there by Hensley, and then Larkins has nothing but white in front of him there, and great coverage by Science Hill. Now, again, they're down 20 points, PJ. Their defense needs a stop here. They have to get the offense the ball back. They're 5:48 in the third quarter. Still plenty of game. We got 18 minutes of game time left. But David Crockett's offense has been too electric right now. Yeah. Science Hill's going to need a turnover, something to change momentum here.
They certainly do. And time essentially is going to become a factor if Crockett punches it in again. You're going to be battling the clock. First down, Larkins. From the shotgun, taking his time. A little more deliberate for Crockett here in the second half. 4 receivers to the right. He'll hand it to Joyner. And Joyner's off the left side for another good gain. This kid is a player.
I'll tell you what, if they can get 6-7 yards like this, continue to run him. What do you do as a defense? There's a Hayden Chandler, head coach. And how about this? He is undefeated, hasn't lost a regular season game yet. As head coach last year, they went 10-0 in the regular season and 0-0 so far this year. And Olivia, let's send it back down to you. You got an update for us?
Yeah, I was actually on the sidelines here just talking to some of the trainers and some of the volunteers who are trying to help with some of these cramping situations. They've actually brought out Gatorade. They've actually brought out pickle juice. That's something new to me, but apparently a lot of teams around here use it. They say this is the first time that they know that they've had to use it. But as I noticed, they were talking to Cade Larkins, and they were really making sure that he was okay for this next play.
All right, Olivia, thank you very much. And while we were talking about pickle juice, Joyner puts on a little pickle move for a first down.
Yes, a first down. It's looks like Champion Chevrolet first down. We got another topper down. This one, though, does not appear to be a... Well, I was going to say that, and then the leg comes up, so another cramping issue. Get some more pickle juice out on the field.
Back in the day, Nolan Ryan used to soak his hands in pickle juice.
I did not know that.
So they wouldn't blister. He threw the ball so hard, gripped it so hard, he had to have that pickle juice. Pickle juice could be the miracle cure that we've been waiting for.
So Robin Ventura's head probably has some pickle juice on it then after he got that punch from there from Nolan Ryan.
After all these years, probably does.
One other score, I got a text message that passed along. Remember, this is the opening night in Southwest Virginia, Week 1. Abingdon beat John Battle 45-14.
Whoa.
And we're going to see John Battle next week. We're going to be up on Battle Hill. They're playing Virginia High next week. Battle of Bristol, Virginia. Virginia High, John Battle. That'll be our game next week. So John Battle will be 0-1 entering that game. See if I can find a Virginia High score and see how they are doing. The Bearcats are playing Tazewell tonight. But while I do that, I do see some other scores in Tennessee. Here's one. Cherokee leads Sullivan South 26-24 late in the fourth quarter. And Volunteers up 31-14 on Sullivan Central.
Oh, Cherokee and Volunteer both winning. Here we go now. First down, Larkins. 3 receivers to his right. He hands again to Joyner again, and Joyner's got a lane on the left side. It's a foot race. Joyner puts on a move. He'll go down the left side, and there he goes. Touchdown, Crockett.
Wow, Ron Keel Joyner, a 56-yard touchdown, a Toyota touchdown. Look at that crowd, student section of David Crockett. They are fired up. A 56-yard touchdown run by Ron Keel Joyner. Wow, what a play right there. It looked like he was going to cut away from the sideline. Then he goes back out to the sideline for the touchdown.
I believe it was Marquise Griffith out there that he faked out. Watch this. He takes a step right about there, and Griffith goes the wrong way, and it's pick him up and put him down for the end zone. Joyner putting on a show tonight. Gooch adds the extra point, and it's 47-21. David Crockett 48-21. David Crockett in the lead now with 4 minutes and 33 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Whew, man, David Crockett, man, their offense, last week they scored 19 points in almost 3 quarters against Ooltewah, who's a 6A school, and but they did a couple turnovers early in that game, and we could kind of sense it that, they weren't really happy with how they played last week offensively. I would think, we'll talk to Coach Chandler after the game here at some point. I would think if it stays here, I think he's going to be very happy with how the offense has played so far.
Hayden Chandler is like two people. And speaking of next week, we got a great game for you as we head to Battle Hill.
We will be there, Virginia High, John Battle, the Battle of Bristol, Virginia. That'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff next week.
The Virginia High Bearcats versus the John S. Battle Trojans. Friday at 6:30 on Fox 39 WEMT. Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, driven by your East Tennessee Toyota dealers.
You heard that correctly. All our games in September will be on Fox Tri-Cities. We're switching it up on you. Huh?
Fox 39.
Yeah.
Yes, this is going to be great. Virginia game started at 7 o'clock, so we'll be on the air at 6:30 next week. And I did find Virginia High, they are losing big to Tazewell. Last update I see was 55-14.
Oh, my goodness.
Tazewell. So it looks like Virginia High and John Battle will each be coming into that game off big losses. So when those two get together, that's a big rivalry game. I believe Virginia High's won 5 in a row over John Battle, so can't wait to get up there to Battle Hill. I know they're excited for us next week. How about that play? 70 yards that last drive for David Crockett. 3 plays, 70 yards. Ron Keel Joyner had all 70 yards on that drive.
And another short kick from Ngooch, but this time Science Hill will field it, and he's got a lane down the left side, but he's got a cut back. That was Marquise Griffith, I believe, on the return. Pretty good field position for Science Hill, but now they're down 48-21, and the clock is going to suddenly come into play because you've only got 4 minutes and 23 seconds left. You can't get too far behind, Casey.
No, I mean, it's, now it's a 27-point differential here for Science Hill. I mean, they need some points in a hurry, and their defense is really only one time has stopped David Crockett. That was over on a turnover on down. So Science Hill needs to be perfect here on offense the rest of the way.
And here's Thomas pounding the offensive line again. And once again, those linebackers coming up for David Crockett to make that stop.
And really, another thing is when you fall this far behind, when you're Science Hill, your best player is Chris Thomas, the running back, but it's hard to stay patient with the running game when you're down 27 points late in the third quarter. So it's almost kind of, because of that, you're kind of almost taking out the best offensive player for Science Hill, trying to take him out of the game.
Batchelder from the spread formation. He's got a receiver over the middle, and that is complete. Breaks a couple of tackles. And I believe that was... No, it was not.
Braden Anderson.
That was Braden Anderson, who had the good kick return a little while back. That is a champion first down.
Nice play there. Get the tight end going across the middle. It's a first down there for the Hilltoppers. They're inside the David Crockett 30-yard line. The ball is resting at the 28-yard line.
Connor Batchelder with his team on the move. First down. He gives it to Thomas up the middle, who breaks a couple of tackles. Thomas still on his feet, spins. Oh, and he hauled down about the 8-yard line.
That's a great run there. 17 yards as they're inside the Toyota red zone now is Science Hill. And credit to Stacey Carter for staying with the run game. You know, mentioning Thomas, your best player, you want to keep giving him the ball, and he's going to run like this.
Ugh.
You got to keep feeding the big man, as now we got a 1st and goal for Science Hill.
That was a heck of a run. Batchelder will hand to Thomas again. Up the middle. He breaks a couple of tackles. Then he is just creamed by 3 defensive linemen.
Oh, that is gang tackling, and then we got Pioneer down. So the training staff is going to come out for David Crockett.
Trying to get a number on that man.
See all the players for David
maybe.
Crockett. Yeah, Tony Davis.
Is that Davis?
Yeah, Tony Davis.
Davis has had an outstanding game, had a big sack in the first half. He's played on that offensive line as well. We mentioned the fact that Crockett has more players that go both ways.
Yeah, they do there, and they let the players kind of grab their breath a little bit here and slow things down. We'll do a game reset at 3:03 left here in the third quarter. David Crockett on top 48-21 over Science Hill. This is the 2nd straight home game for David Crockett to start the season. Of course, they had Ottawa last week in the game that was suspended late in the third quarter because of weather. They did not get that game finished, so right now it counts as 0-0 in the record books as you see the training staff working there on Tony Davis. The big man for David Crockett is 6'4", 285, a junior for the Pioneers.
I believe he missed last week's game, and so they were glad to have him back.
I believe Davis got ejected from the playoff loss last year to Knox Central, so he had to serve a 1 game. He had sit out that game, but you see him able to get up under his own, walking off without any help from anybody. That's always a good sign. And
that's a great sign. Anytime you can walk, that means the knee's probably okay, and that's what you always worry about in these situations. Even though he is a little gingerly walking, but he is walking. Science Hill now will try to pick the ball back up. 2nd down. Batchelder with Thomas to his left. Batchelder to the air. He's going to throw to the right. That's almost picked off.
Yeah, that was good defense by the Pioneers. Braden Anderson was covered really good there.
So now facing 3rd down.
I feel like I'm back at Elon Stadium a couple of years ago. 3rd down for what? Blaring over the loudspeakers here. 3rd and goal for Science Hill from the 10-yard line.
Batchelder fakes the handoff, throws it up in the end zone. High touchdown throw. It looks like it is a touchdown. Was that Canada again? Was.
Andrew Canada with the Toyota touchdown for Science Hill. What a throw by Batchelder on 3rd and goal from the 10. That's a Science Hill touchdown. All of a sudden now it's 48-27, heading the extra point. And we said we asked Stacey Carter if the scoreboard operator could be busy, and they have been very busy so far in this one.
Hensley on to kick it. Bad snap, and Hensley's going to pick it up and run it because he has no choice, and he's going to be smothered by that Crockett defense. So there's a point that got away.
All right, so that makes it a 21-point game. So 3 touchdown deficit for Science Hill. We got, I think my math is 75 points right now, and so see the touchdown again here. Batchelder throws it right across the middle. Nice arc on then Canada wide open there in the end zone, right on the goal line.
Really good play. Did you see how Kennedy just kind of spaced his feet so that he knew he could just go straight up and jump, and that's what he did to make the touchdown catch. 2 minutes and 49 seconds here in the third. 48-27. P.J. Johnson along with Casey Getz bringing you the play-by-play action from David Crockett High School tonight. Our Friday night rivals It's just a little bad snap, it looked like.
Look a little bit outside there, and Hensley smartly picks it up, tries to get it in there, but,
he had nowhere to go.
Yeah. Mentioned David Crockett. This is their second straight home game of the season. Next week, they venture out on the road for the first time. They start conference play at Volunteer. Again, this is not a conference game tonight. David Crockett's 5A, Science Hills in 6A. They used to be in the same conference, and with the realignment a couple years ago, so this is a non-conference game. But next week, David Crockett, in fact, they're on the road for 4 of their next 5 games after tonight. So David Crockett will be the road kings after tonight for their next 5 on the road.
And you feel like this is a game that really needs to be played. Washington County schools, a city school versus a county school. Here's our Toyota kickoff. Hensley again will boot it away. And Hensley has shown the strength of this leg. And he's just going to a little onside kick. But did Hensley come up with it? He did. He did. What a remarkable play by your kicker, Cade Hensley, and he has gotten another onside kick.
The last one they did diagonal onside kick. This one, Hensley went right up the middle with it there, and great job by Hensley to come up with that.
You never see a kicker catch his own kick. This is a great play. I hope we got a replay of it.
Yeah, very athletic play there by Hensley. Let's take a look at this one. He just kicks it straight ahead. Ball's got to go 10 yards. He'll kind of reaches down there. Yeah, great job there by Hensley.
Now, the defense needs to come up and hit him and keep him from doing it, because the ball has got to go 10 yards before he can touch it, or it'll be an illegal touch. So great heads-up play by the kicker, and now Science Hill's in business. Great field position as well.
That's the second time Science Hill's come up with an onside kick recovery.
Batchelor running the option, and he pitches it out to Thomas, who has some running room. He's fighting for every yard. I think he's got the first down. It's going to be close.
All right, so Science Hill, they're sidelined with a little added life here. We see running the option here. Batchelor with the pitch to Thomas. First time we've seen the option out of Science Hill. They're going to say he's just short of a first down. 2nd and 1 for Science Hill. And we're approaching 2:30 left here in the third quarter. Still a lot of time to go. Just under 15 minutes of game time left in this one.
What a great high school football game. Wow. Jam-packed full of action. Electric atmosphere. And Science Hill on the move. Batchelor rolling left, and he's going to be hit. That ball is... He just had nothing on that ball after he got hit as he threw.
No, he was running there for his life. And good to see for David Crockett, Tony Davis is back in the game, number 58. He was the one that left on the last series. Yeah, he was bringing the pressure there, and Batchelor running for his life on that one. I'd be running for my life if 6'4", 285 was running after me here as Tony Davis. A good feat by the big man to be able to try and run down Batchelor. And that was a wounded duck as he tried to throw that one away. 3rd and 1 for Science Hill.
There's Thomas, and he is met by a host of Pioneers. Oh, my goodness.
Guess who? Tony Davis, big number 58.
They're going to be roommates. They're hitting each other every play.
And
oh, wow.
And with underneath for David Crockett as well was Johnny Lloyd going low and Davis high. So now it's all of a sudden you had 2nd and 1. Yeah. Now you're looking at 4th and 3.
And a long 3.
We approach 1:30 left in the third quarter, and you'd have to think this is almost kind of a must-get here for Science. Still down by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, they get this onside kick. You think, well, they're going to go down and score, and now they're going to have to really earn it on 4th down. Batchelor hands it off, and Thomas has got a block, he's got a hole, and he's going to have a first down.
Well, how about that? 4th and 3. You run the ball there, give it to your best player for a Champion Chevrolet first down, and I like getting the ball in the hands of your best player.
Yeah, he's your best player. You need 3 yards. He can get you 3 yards, so that's what you do. Just a little inside handoff. And he just kind of follows his blocking. And it's just a great tackle there by the Crockett defense. And that was Reed coming up. Brendan Reed with a solo tackle to save what could have been a huge play. Batchelor from the spread. Fakes to Thomas. Rolls right. Plenty of time. Throws it out there, and it's incomplete.
Good coverage there by the secondary of David Crockett. There were some very tight windows for Batchelder to try and fit the ball into on that one.
Stacey Carter needs to come up something second and long with 47 seconds left here in the third quarter.
That last touchdown drive by Science Hill was 6 plays, 46 yards, less than 2 minutes. You saw Coach Hayden Chandler there say, look for the screen pass on defense. Instead, it's a handoff to Thomas.
And Thomas is looking for that first down marker, and he's got it.
Yeah, he does have the first down.
Watch this replay. Thomas knows he's got a blocker, but then he just takes this man head on and says, I want that first down.
And we have a timeout by David Crockett here.
Trying to regroup at a 48-27 ball game.
It's the first timeout of the second half for either team. So David Crockett with 2 timeouts left in this game. Science Hill still has their full complement of 3 timeouts.
Beautiful shot from our Sky 5 drone powered by Empire Ford. Just a fabulous night of high school football in Upper East Tennessee. A beautiful place to live, beautiful place to play. And we're proud to bring you live coverage of David Crockett's Science Hill tonight from Washington County, Tennessee. Science Hill sidelines getting a little emphatic on that defense, because they're going to have to hold Crockett even if they do score.
They had so much success doing the onside kick here. I mean, that's been
their
the
best
biggest
play.
weapon. Yeah, it really has. I mean, it worked twice so far tonight. But again, now the important thing first off is the offense has to convert a touchdown here, try and get it back to a 2-possession game. Right now, the 21-point deficit for the Toppers, as they've been fighting uphill all evening. There's 40 seconds left in the third quarter.
And it's a first down for the Toppers. Batchelder fakes the handoff, rolls to the right. He's just going to keep it. And he spins. Oh, and then he is met, by a host of defenders there.
It was Prince Colley with a big hit.
Led by Colley, yeah.
Let's take another look here at the big hit by quarterback. You got to stay out of bounds there on that one.
That's the worst thing when you spin into someone. You think you're going to spin and avoid someone, but when you go into him like Colley, that's going to hurt tomorrow. Here's your Toyota red zone. Batchelder handing to Thomas. Thomas up the middle, but he's corralled by Tony Davis and a whole bunch of other guys.
And that will be the final play of the third quarter.
So we have played 3 here at David Crockett High School. You're watching Toyota High School Football Friday Night Rivals, powered by your East Tennessee Toyota dealers.
Toyota's Friday Night Rivals, driven by your East Tennessee Toyota dealers.
Join us at East Coast Wings and Grill for craft wings, beer, burgers, skillets, flatbreads, and more. We use the best ingredients to create signature dishes like our award-winning wings made your way. Eat, unwind, and celebrate good times at your local East Coast Wings and Grill.
We've got the new Lexus to fit your life and your style.
Drive a new RX 350 for only $389 a month.
Nothing else feels quite like a Lexus.
And nothing else feels like the buying experience at Lexus of Kingsport, where our commitment to you sets us apart.
At ECU, we've got a mortgage product that fits your needs.
As first-time home buyers, there are so many different options. It was really kind of intimidating.
But ECU made it easy. They helped us through every step. Whether you're buying your first home or your forever home, come see us at ECU. We know you have questions. We're here to answer them. I would highly recommend Eastman Credit Union for all your mortgage needs.
Just do it. Don't even think twice about it.
We love ECU.
And we think you will too.
I think our dogs would highly recommend ECU.
Hello, I'm Randy Tedder with Associated Tree Service. Whether you're doing commercial tree care or residential, we've got the right equipment and trained professionals running it. So for a free estimate, give us a call.
Call today, 276-628-4866.
Toyota's national clearance event is on. It's time to save on the last of the 2019s. Congratulations. I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Congrats. I can make your hands clap.
Release Lease an adventurous new 2019 RAV4 for $199 a month, or choose $1,250 finance cash, or get $3,000 cash back on the built-in the USA Highlander.
How long should we do this?
Well, the event doesn't end until September 3rd.
Toyota, let's go places.
Do you know who has a key to your home or business? Changing the locks in a new home or office can be a key factor in your family's safety. For your home, auto, or business security, call Papa Lock of the Tri-Cities, your trusted locksmith.
Hope you're enjoying tonight's football game. We're excited that September is Friday Night Rivals High School Football Month on Fox 39. Stay with us after each game for Fox 39 News at 10. Get your last news of the day first on Fox 39 News at 10.
Join us at East Coast Wings and Grill for craft wings, beer, burgers, skillets, flatbreads, and more. We use the best ingredients to create signature dishes like our award-winning wings made your way. Eat, unwind, and celebrate good times at your local East Coast Wings and Grill.
The Sky 5 drone flying high above David Crockett High School, powered by Empire Ford. And boy, we've seen a well of a ball game as Science Hill has battled back. It's 48-27. Crockett Pioneers lead this game as we start the fourth quarter. And the fans are getting a little restless. They want to see some touchdowns. Here's Science Hill to the air. Incomplete.
All right, so that was 3rd and 4, so now it's 4th down, and this is obviously 4th and go for it for Science Hill. They're down by 3 touchdowns just starting the fourth quarter here. 4th and 4 for the Toppers.
Last time when it was 4th and 3, they gave it to Thomas, and he got it. Will you do that again?
I think the ball will go in the air this time.
Pat Chandler barking out signals. Hands to Thomas, and fakes to Thomas, actually, and goes up the middle.
He did a shovel pass there to Braden Anderson.
And I think Anderson got it. It's going to be close.
That was a great play call there. Everybody went to Thomas and threw the shovel pass and a first down for Science Hill.
Stacy Carter does it again with another creative play.
That's a very pivotal first down. A Toyota first down for Science Hill. As now it is a 1st and goal for the Toppers.
Matt Chandler from the spread formation. Hands to Thomas. Thomas breaks a tackle, gets to the corner, breaks another tackle, then he's shoved out of bounds after a good gain.
And that'll stop the game clock, which that is a big enemy of Science Hill right now. So any chance you can get out of bounds and stop the clock if you're the Toppers, you want to do that to try and conserve as much clock as you can. The high school game, when you go out of bounds, clock stops. It doesn't in college or NFL. They'll reset the game clock once the ball is set, but not in the high school level.
As Thomas up the middle, he's got a couple of guys playing cowboy with him in this little rodeo as they throw him down.
Yeah, the David Crockett defense, once again, it was Caleb Hackler, Tony Davis in the middle of everything. They've been all over the place on the defensive line, trying to deal with Chris Thomas all night. Now you got a 3rd and goal from the 5 for Science Hill. This is 2-down territory for the Toppers.
Under center this time. That's Elmer. Is going to hand to Thomas. Power football, and he is smacked down.
He doesn't get it, so now we'll have a 4th and goal, and Science Hill will definitely be going for this one as well. Let's take another look at this replay.
I like this power formation here. Just power football. I'm going to block and run right at you. You got to stop me, and Crockett does.
4th and goal for David Crockett.
The 1-yard line.
Can their defense come up with a stop for David Crockett here with Science Hill facing a 4th and 1. The crowd trying to get loud here in Jonesboro for the home team. I'd say this is going to be Chris Thomas all the way.
Under center, Batzeller. Hands to Thomas. Thomas can walk it in, and he does. Just a little off-tackle play here. Nothing fancy.
Yeah, you give it to your horse on 4th and goal from the 1. Chris Thomas puts it in for the Toyota touchdown, and Science Hill gets to within 48 to 33.
Your Toyota touchdown provided by Mr. Thomas. Well, he is a load, though, on that right side. On for the conversion is Cade Hensley. last time. A little fumble by the snap. Another bad snap. This one recovered, and Hensley somehow manages to get it through. And Science Hill is eked a little bit closer. And we've got a good ball game here. And as you see again, the touchdown as we head to break. You're watching Toyota Friday Night Rivals, powered by your East Tennessee Toyota dealers.
It's the Kickoff to 1,000 at Friendship Ram in Bristol. We're slashing prices on every single car, truck, and SUV. No payments for 90 days, plus enter to win a free car. It's the Kickoff to 1,000 at Friendship Ram, and you could be the big winner.
All trophies and plaques for WCYB's Friday Night Rivals are provided by Eddie's Trophies and Gift Shop in Bristol. Eddie's Trophies also offers medals, plaques, acrylics, glass, and crystal pieces for your business, school, or sports team. That's Eddie's Trophy and Gift Shop online at eddiestrophies.com.
This is shaping up to be a classic battle. 48-34, plenty of time left. 10 minutes and 5 seconds left in this ball game. David Crockett jumped out early, but Science Hill has caught fire in the second half.
They have. And now if you're David Crockett, you have to be ready for an onside kick. You need to put everybody, or almost everybody, up at the line. I mean, it cannot happen again. And now it looks like I see
Colley out there.
I see all 11 players on the field for David Crockett are by their 35-yard line or up. So, I mean, they are definitely ready for this Toyota kickoff here. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. I don't know what the 3 is here, but they're not going to be fooled the third time.
Double shame. There's our band. The Science Hill band over there. Really having a good time tonight. They put on a pretty good show at halftime.
There is nobody deep for David Crockett, so if he does kick this long, someone's going to have to be back.
And now they drop him back. Here goes Hensley. And it's a little pooch kick, but that will be covered by Crockett at the 35-yard line, and that's where they'll take it over.
And that's Cade Larkins.
It was Cade Larkins who made the catch. Larkins last week, they said, was practicing, or that was a couple of years ago, practiced some at linebacker when they needed it, right?
Yeah, that might be the first time I've ever seen the quarterback out on kick return as well, but you got to get your best guys with the hands out there. Again, that's the first time I've ever seen a quarterback on kick return coverage there as well, but you got to get your hands team out there, and who better when he handles the ball pretty much every play.
Whatever it takes.
So 10:05 left. Fourth quarter, David Crockett's up 2 touchdowns. Science Hill's defense, we've been saying this a lot, they need to stop. They've only got 1 all game. They really need 1 here.
And I looked for Joyner to carry the ball a little more. They need to eat up some clock. They need to loosen it up and give it to Joyner. And that's what they do. Joyner up the middle, but Science Hill's waiting for him, but still he slips through for about 3 yards.
Yeah, Joyner, he was MVP for David Crockett their last drive. He had 70 yards, all 70 yards on the drive where Joyner runs. As the clock goes to 9:45 and counting here in a long game here. I mean, we're approaching almost 3 hours for a high school football game. So appreciate you guys hanging in with us on Facebook Live. Champion Chevrolet, thank you to Tim Copenhaver and everybody at Champion Chevrolet for sponsoring our Facebook Live. So
look at those faces. Yeah. Those faces are tired. Some tired faces on the field tonight. Larkins back in formation. Running this spread with 3 receivers to his left. And in the backfield, there's Larkins going. Oh, and it was Colley this time dropping a sure catch.
Yeah, that's something we haven't seen very, very often tonight there. Colley made a lot of spectacular catches. That one was more of the routine variety, but now it's a big third down for David Crockett. Got a 3rd and 6. And Science Hill's defense get a stop. Momentum is 1 play away from being on the Topper side in a big way if they can come up with this stop here on their side of the field, where you'd have to force David Crockett, you would think, into punting the football.
Yep. They've been very successful on 3rd and 4th down tonight. Larkins waiting for the snap. Big rush. Larkins is rolling out. He's trying to throw. Now he's going to have to run for his life. He'll go out of bounds.
Yeah, it looks like he might have lost a yard or 2 on the play there. We got a Topper down near midfield.
And another Topper down just out of bounds. So we've got 2 cramps, it looks like.
Joshua Santiago is the one.
So while we have some injuries, we're going to toss to break. You're watching Toyota Friday Night Rivals, powered by your East Tennessee Toyota dealers.
Toyota's national clearance event is on. It's time to save on the last of the 2019s. Congratulations. I can make your hands clap. Said I can make your hands clap. Congrats.
I can make your hands clap. Lease an adventurous new 2019 RAV4 for $199 a month, or choose $1,250 finance cash, or get $3,000 cash back on the built-in the USA Highlander.
How long should we do this?
Well, the event doesn't end until September 3rd.
Toyota, let's go places.
Suddenly things are very interesting at David Crockett High School. It's 4th down, and David Crockett has the ball. However, Science Hill has now battled back in this ball game, and they're just a couple of touchdowns away. It's 48-34.
Yeah, we had 2 toppers down on that play. It was Alex Hillman, number 49, was the one who was chasing Larkins out of bounds. And then Joshua Santiago was the one out in the field of play that went down as well. So both players coming off the field. It is 4th down and 9 for David Crockett. The ball is at their own 36-yard line. Cade Larkins is in a quarter. I would have to think he's going to maybe go back and punt the ball here, maybe deep out of the...
I'm not sure.
We got a false start.
Yeah, and now for sure he'll be punting the ball. False start. So we're just trying to throw Science Hill off again.
But even if you did, you still wouldn't get a first down because it was 4th and 9. So now it's 4th and 14.
Let's see if now for Science Hill, Griffin is back as the free safety. Now dropping back even deeper is Torbid.
4th and 14. Now he's back.
Now he's back.
Yeah, he's going to punt.
He's going to quick kick this. He better get it off, and he does. A good kick, and it's going to be over the head. It's going to bounce back toward the Crockett defenders, though, and that's Hackler downing the ball about a 34-yard line, where it will be Science Hill in business, and they've been on quite a run here in the second half. It's 48-34. And I think the players, perhaps for David Crockett, get a little tired, Casey. A lot of them are playing both ways, and it was a hot day, hot start to the game.
And if you're Science Hill, we've been saying defense, get the stop. Well, they just got the stop. So now it's the offense down by 2 touchdowns. You know, they've been on a little bit of a roll here lately. See if they can continue that here, make this a 1-score game. Your Science Hill offense has to do the second half of the deal here after the stop and score this touchdown.
You can see Batchelder getting a lot more confidence as he throws it out to Thomas out there. It is Thomas, and he breaks a tackle for the first down, about a 15-yard gain. He's up to the 50-yard line.
Some third quarter stats in this game. David Crockett had 134 yards in the third quarter. Science Hill had 75. As we take a look at this pass here again from Batchelder out to Thomas.
Toyota replay tonight as Thomas is knocked out of bounds after a 15-yard gain.
Chris Thomas has 24 carries, 111 yards rushing through 3 quarters. Larkins has 285 yards passing.
Batchelder running for his life. Oh, no, now Thomas has got it. Thomas up the middle just outruns everyone. Can they catch him? It looks like it's...
There's a flag on the
play. There's a flag down.
Thomas goes all the way inside the 10-yard line. There is a flag.
Looks like a holding call.
Back at midfield.
What a great individual effort.
And there's holding on the offense, and that one is coming back.
Chris Thomas. And Thomas says, hey, I need a break. When you pat your head, that means I need a break, because these kids are gassed.
A lot of plays tonight, and unfortunately that play did not count, so everyone's got to come back, and that's a costly penalty there on the hold for Science Hill. That negates about a 45-yard run by Thomas.
That was going to be interesting because Hackler was kind of racing with Thomas to see which one was going to be the fastest. Thomas has an extra gear, I believe. So now to be first down and long for Science Hill.
So a lot of time left. 8 minutes, 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Nice shoes. Here we go. Chandler rolling to his left, going back to the right. He's got a screen set up, but Crockett's waiting for it. They only gain a couple. And Bowman knows that if he had gotten by that one tackler, he had plenty of room, but that one tackler was waiting for him. That was Jackson Warner on that tackle. Second down, very long, about 18 yards. Could be closer to 19. Batchelder. Thomas still on the bench. Batchelder looking to the right, throwing over the middle, and that is incomplete. No flag. The receiver says, "Hey, I was hit."
That's what you would expect the wide receiver to say, right? Throw the flag on the play, but now we've got third down for Science Hill, 3rd and 18. Let's see if Chris Thomas, I still do not see him back in the game here. I mean, he was asked really to come out after that long run there. It looks like they're going to have to go without him here in this 3rd and 19. If you're David Crockett, you just want to keep everything in front of you here on 3rd and 19. Don't let anybody get behind you.
Batchelder, he'll hand it off, and they're hit at the line of scrimmage. Is the running back. Was that Bowman? That was Bowman. He had nowhere to go. It's going to be 4th down and long. I mean, Piney Facts long.
With 7 minutes left here in the 4th quarter, I think you got to go for it here. I mean, I believe they've only stopped David Crockett twice all game. So,
and your clock is your enemy now. We're down below 7 minutes now, 6:53 and counting. But this is going to take a great play. 4th down and about 14 yards, 15 yards.
Say 4th and 16 for Science Hill. The play clock is down to 7.
Thomas still not in the game. That's Bowman in the backfield.
They might need a timeout, and they do call a timeout.
Science Hill did call a timeout. So with the timeout, we're going to take a break as well. You're watching Toyota Friday Night Rivals, powered by your East Tennessee Toyota dealers.
It's the Honda Summer Spectacular event, which means more of this. The kind of elation you can only experience after getting a great deal on a Honda Civic or Civic hatchback. Or an Accord. All come standard with the Honda Sensing suite of safety and driver assistive features. And as you can see, all will provide you with plenty of joy. Come be a part of it today.
Get a great deal on the Honda Accord and find your happy place at the Honda Summer Spectacular event.
It's a perfect night for football here in East Tennessee, and we've got a perfect game for you. Science Hill with perhaps the challenge of the game. 4th down and 16, Casey?
4th and 16. I'm not sure what Stacey Carter's going to go with, but he's had some pretty good play calls so far. The shovel pass, they had that tight end throw to Braden Anderson out there on the goal line as well for a touchdown. So Chris Thomas is back in the game for Science Hill, so we'll see what they come up with here.
Both these teams battling for our trophy provided by Eddie's Trophy. We'll present that at the end of the game. But right now, 4th down, this could decide the game. Hayden Chandler is screaming at his defense. Somebody's not where they're supposed to be. Batchelder looking over this defense. Hackler's moving up. He was deep. He's moving up on defense. Plenty of time to throw. Now, here's Big Davis after him, and Batchelder's going to be sacked. Oh, my goodness.
Tony Davis.
He is fast for a big boy. Oh, my goodness.
Look at that crowd here. They are fired up. Tony Davis comes from the far side, does not give up on the play, continues to track down Batchelder, and then takes him down for the sack, the turnover on downs. And that was a heck of a play by the big fella. 6'4", 285, Mr. Tony Davis. What a play there. He looks worn out.
He's exhausted. I mean, all these kids are going to need a spa after tonight. Let's go down and check in with Olivia Bailey. Olivia?
Yeah, you were just talking about Tony Davis. He was injured there. We talked to him a little bit after he came off the field there. He said he was dealing with cramps. We've seen him stretching, but it doesn't seem to impact his play out here. He's been a part of these big plays ever since he went back on the field.
Thank you, Olivia. Cade Larkin's now on the offense as Crockett takes over. great stand on 4th down. And that's Joyner. Joyner's got some running room out to the right. Uses the old stiff arm, and he'll get about 6 or 7 yards. He's a tough little running back.
Man, there's some good hitting on that play right there. Some high collision contacts out here. These guys giving it their all, leaving it out on the field, and these players have to be absolutely exhausted.
I'm exhausted, and I haven't played a play.
We're going on 3 hours here. They've been going out here in this. It is not. I mean, it's cooled down quite a bit, but still, it's pretty hot out there still.
Yeah, if you're running up and down the field, it makes a big difference. In air conditioning, it's not too bad. Here we go. 2nd down and a little more than 5 yards to go for the Crockett Pioneers.
David Crockett in no hurry right now.
Nope. The clock is the enemy of Science Hill. Larkins taking all the time against. And again, he hands off to Joyner. Nowhere to go. So it's going to be 3rd down and a pretty good piece.
Yeah, they lost a couple yards on that run. They're going to move the ball back to the 31-yard line. This will be 3rd and 9 now for David Crockett as we approach 5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. And I would expect put the ball in the hands of Mr. Larkins and let him try and find either Hackler or Colley.
I think he rolls out and lets his receivers get open and buys himself some time. But we haven't seen him run the ball at all tonight. That would be a surprise if Larkins just rolled out and ran the ball.
Science Hill's bringing some pressure.
Yeah, he's dropping straight back and he's throwing deep. He's got a man out there, but he's overthrown him. That was Colley.
He had to get rid of that ball a little earlier than he would have liked. Science Hill brought the pressure. So it's 4th and 9 with the ball at the 31-yard line.
Do you go for it?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're too close to punt and too far back for a field goal. And they've been going for it all night, so they can get this one here. That would pretty much, you would think, cement the game if they can get this 1st down.
Oh, yeah. Larkins has come up big on 4th down all night long.
I'm Science Hill. I want to know where number 3 is and number 21. Let somebody else beat you.
I would think they'll go with the slant play. It's worked all night. Larkins, straight back. Now he dances. Now he's going to come up. And there he jump passes. He's got a man open. And that is a touchdown. They've scored a touchdown as Larkins makes a great throw to Mason Britton, who was wide open down the right sideline.
That's a Toyota touchdown for David Crockett. Cade Larkins buying time and finds Mason Britton. As we found out last week, he is the backup quarterback. There's another replay. Great job by Larkins. Again, there's pressure. He steps up in the pocket, always looking downfield, and makes a great throw on the run to Britton, who gets behind the defense for the 31-yard touchdown.
That was the old school jump pass. I loved it. Here we go with Googe on the field to add the extra point. It's up, and it's good. And we're going to need a calculator before this night is done, as David Crockett continues to put points on the board, 55-34.
That is a lot of points, 89 points right now.
And again, a 4th down play.
Yeah, I mean, Larkins, I think right now, that was his 4th touchdown pass of the game. He had Britton,
that should put him
to Colley.
Should put him over 300 yards as well.
Oh, yes. Yeah, and then he had the rushing touchdowns. I mean, he's at 5 total touchdowns as Larkins in this game. 4 passing, 1 rushing.
And I think he might change his number to number 4 because he's been so successful on 4th down. Now, I think 16 fits him just fine. Yes, coming up, it's the Toyota drive of the game. What will it be? We don't know, but we're going to find out. The Toyota drive of the game coming up here on Friday Night Rivals. So once again, David Crockett getting ready to kick off. The Toyota kickoff. As we're ready for Mr. Goose to put it in the air.
Cade Larkins updated numbers 19 of 30, 316 yards and 4 touchdowns through the air.
Not too shabby. There's Foreman. And he's going to be run down. Oh, some good defense by the special teams at David Crockett.
There's A.J. Martin there for Science Hill on the return, but great job there by David Crockett. Brendan Reed.
Science Hill's in desperation mode now.
You got to take shots now. I mean,
you got to.
You know, running the ball. I mean, maybe on just the, but I mean, you got to be throwing down the field now.
You're 21 points down.
Yeah, you got to be going down the field, take chances.
Batchelder from the shotgun. Over the middle.
That's picked.
That is picked off, and down he goes. That's Hackler.
That's Colley.
No, it's Colley. I'm sorry, it's Colley.
What a play by Prince Colley. He had three touchdown catches, now an interception on defense, and that was a beautiful play there. Just fell back in coverage. And now let's go to a Toyota drive of the game. Here's Cade Larkins. Throws it out for a first down. Then we get the key offsides on fourth down. And Ronquillo Joyner with a big gainer. That offsides on fourth down was a killer. Then Mason Britton with a first down. And then a touchdown by Ronquillo Joyner. That is your Toyota drive of the game.
And now David Crockett wants to drive it right into victory lane. 55-34. Larkins. And Larkins to the air. He's going to scramble out to the right. He's going to throw it up. And he's got a man out there. Is that Britton again?
Touchdown.
Is that an instant replay? Oh, my goodness. Britton was open and made another great catch.
Wow.
Did not expect that.
Cade Larkins throwing it on first down here, buying time again. Larkins to Britton wide open for the touchdown. That is the 5th passing touchdown of the game for Cade Larkins. He has 1 rushing, 6 total touchdowns. And Mr. Larkins, look at that, 61 points for David Crockett.
Jimmy Denton is round to the car to get a backup calculator. He has worn his out. And Goose comes on for the extra point. And it's up, and it is good. 62 points. 62-34. Wow.
And I'll tell you what, a couple years ago, I don't remember if it was in 2012, somewhere around that point, Science Hill beat David Crockett. They scored 90 points against David Crockett several years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It has been a while. I mean, you know, it's a totally different coaching staff for David Crockett now. I mean, much better team. But I'm sure they know the history of what has happened here. And if they get a chance to keep scoring points, they're not going to take their foot off the gas against Science Hill.
Well, this offense for Crockett doesn't take a down off. That's what they do. They throw the ball. And if you're not going to guard a guy, I mean, Britton was so wide open, they could have called him the lonesome in. I mean, he was all by himself out there.
Yeah, Cade Larkins is just a tremendous game. I mean, he has been near flawless. And we see in the distance here a lot of brake lights in the cars. A lot of the Science Hill section is gone. They have left. Their fans are headed back to Johnson City.
But there's nobody from Jonesboro that's gone. They're all here. They're all yelling. Really impressed with the crowd tonight, Casey. This has been some scene. Those cheerleaders for Crockett, they have kept them entertained. A short kick, and Science Hill's going to get the return. Still running around, looking for a lane, but now he's met by a couple of defenders, and here come the flags.
That was A.J. Martin on the return for Science Hill. Again, we got a flag on the plays. We're under 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. David Crockett up 62-34.
As Casey mentioned earlier, tonight's the first night for action in Virginia. And next week we'll be in Virginia.
There's a block in the back on Science Hill. And next week we will be in Bristol, Virginia, up on Battle Hill. John Battle hosting Virginia High. John Battle, they lost their opener tonight to Abingdon, and Virginia High, they were losing to Tazewell in the fourth quarter. I haven't seen a final score on that one yet, but we still got 3:53 to go here, and your Science Hill, they're back out there now. And
boy, this Crockett team, what a great start to the season.
Got a new quarterback for Science Hill.
Is it Jackson Diamond? I believe it is. Oh, and that was unfortunate as the defender ran the running back into the fence, but he looks to be okay. The fences are pretty close here as you get down to the sidelines. Our Toyota replay is Jackson Diamond. Played golf with his dad, Marty, who hits it a mile.
Yeah, Brendan Reed there, he's the one who's going to get flagged for the 15-yard penalty for a late hit on that play. That was A.J. Martin on the run.
So Science Hill giving some of their backups a chance to play. Obviously, at 62-34, why not give Diamond some experience? He's very heralded as the next thing at Science Hill. They want to see what this kid can do. They're going to give him a chance tonight. Jackson Diamond.
And Chris Thomas is also not in the game anymore for Science Hill at running back.
Diamond looks young, doesn't he? Of course, he is, I think, a sophomore. And there's the handoff to the right side. A little bit of running room. 3 minutes and 41 seconds to go.
For Science Hill now, it's, they lose last week to Elizabeth, and now they're going to lose here to David Crockett, be 0-2, and then they start conference play next week at Hardin Valley. So they have, they're going to have a tough matchup on the road next week as they're looking for their first win. But the one thing you can say is, okay, it's conference play. These two losses have been non-conference games.
Diamond with a low throw, but was that complete? No, it's saying incomplete.
Incomplete.
He has a lot of zip on that ball.
Oh, what? No, I think they're saying complete.
The one ref waved it off, but now I think they did. Yeah, now they're saying it is complete.
So it's a first down for the Toppers. 3:26 and counting in the fourth quarter.
Maybe the official was trying to say he dug it out instead of waving it off. So Diamond's got the team on the move now. First down, a Toyota first down. Diamond straight back. He'll throw over the middle. That ball's going to be intercepted. That's Hackler. That is Joyner. Joyner coming up the right side. So the ball was deflected right into the hands of Joyner. And Joyner has had a huge night tonight. His first contribution on defense, though, with that interception. And now David Crockett's going to have the ball with 3 minutes and 5 seconds to probably just run up the clock. See the deflection? Well, it was by the defense, though.
And for David Crockett, that was Braden Reed, number 7, who came up with the deflection. Then Ron Keel Joyner with the first down.
This is going to be a huge win for David Crockett.
I think David Crockett called a timeout as well here. They're going to take a timeout. I'd have to imagine that Cade Larkins will not be coming back in this game here. Science Hill kind of waved the white flag when they put in their backup quarterback, their backup running back, Thomas out of the game as well. And I would expect we're not going to see Mr. Larkins anymore in this game, up 28 points with 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Boy, what an entertaining football game, Casey. It starts out all Crockett. Science Hill makes a little move. Then the second half starts all Science Hill. Crockett then comes back in the fourth to put the capper on it.
I mean, Science Hill had the ball down 2 touchdowns. It was 48-34. They had the ball with a chance to cut it to a one-possession game. They weren't able to get it done, but, Science Hill never gave up, and they've been down all night, and they showed a lot of heart, a lot of fight staying in this game, but David Crockett just far too many weapons. Offensively, it's been really, really difficult to stop David Crockett. And
so if you're just getting home and you're just turning on the TV and say, oh, wow, what a great game. We're going to replay it tomorrow on WCYB, and, of course, it is on Facebook as well, as some of the Crockett reserves now get some action.
And Mason Britton is a quarterback. He's the backup quarterback.
Looks like there was a fumble out there because Science Hill came up with the ball.
They sure did. That's not going to make Coach Hayden Shanley happy, as David Crockett trying to run the clock out. Then they fumbled on the first play.
So young Mr. Diamond is going to get a little more action here.
Take a look at this is the
good snap.
Gabe Farrell.
He never got it.
He never had it. Yeah. On the turf there, so not a great exchange there between Britton and Gabe Farrell.
Great work by our camera crew tonight, giving you those instant replays provided by Toyota.
So David Crockett, I believe, just called another timeout.
So it's a chance for some of the reserves on both teams to, well, they get some exposure on television tonight. That's pretty good. You get a chance to see yourself on the big screen. Have something to talk about when we come up tomorrow.
We got kids staying up all hours of this one here. It's a late night on a Friday, but she looks full of energy. And
yeah, she wants to play. She said, give me some shoulder pads. I got a couple of throws. Great crowd, as we've said over and over tonight at David Crockett. One thing about Crockett that we've noticed, the fans love to sit on the fence. Just to lean on that fence like the old school football fans and get a good view. So we got first down, Science Hill with the ball. Jackson Diamond in at quarterback, looking over the defense. Diamond's going to hand it off. And a good run for Science Hill down the left side.
There was A.J. Martin on the carry for Science Hill. Look at David Crockett's schedule, PJ. Next week, they're at Volunteer, their first conference game. The week after that, they go to Knox Webb, so that'll be a difficult game. But 4 of their next 5 games are on the road.
Yeah, after playing the first 2 at home. So Diamond's going to roll to the right. He's going to throw it in the air. Another low pass, but I believe that was complete. We're waiting for the official to say yes or no.
Incomplete.
Incomplete now. Incomplete. Diamond shows he's got a good arm on that rollout. He throws a nice football. That one just a little bit too low.
You look at Science Hill, they're going to drop to 0-2. They open up conference play at Hardin Valley. Then after that, we'll see them in 2 weeks at home when Greenville comes to town. We'll be doing that game in 2 weeks.
Last week when we talked to Coach Christian of Dobbins Bennett, he said, you know, our kids, we say Hardin Valley, they couldn't find it if they were driving the bus. We'd just be driving around in circles.
Well, hopefully Science Hill will get there next week.
And there's going to be some motion on the offensive line.
I think that's offsides on the defense, I believe.
There's definitely some wrong folks going the wrong way.
That was offsides on David Crockett, so that'll be an automatic first down for Science Hill.
Boy, this has been a long 3 minutes.
As a Toyota first down for Science Hill, they'll take it any way they can get it here, by penalty or whatever is. They'll try and
I was going to say the cars are really streaming out the lot now. You can see them leave the stands here at Crockett. That's Diamond on the rollout. He'll put it up, and it's a pitch and catch. Nice throw by Diamond, and he's got his receiver out there as number 14, Cole Torbett, makes that reception.
Yeah, really nice throw by Diamond to Torbett. That's a first down, and it'll put him in the Toyota red zone. And Diamond rolling out to his right. Makes a nice throw to Torbett and stays in bounds, picks up about another 10 yards or so, tight roping the sidelines. That puts the ball all the way down at the 20-yard line.
So here we go from the spread. Diamond barking out the signals, going to hand to his running back. Another good hole off the left side. He's got some running room, and he's going to edge it in, and it looks like a touchdown, although there was a late flag.
I think that's coming back. I think one of the Crockett defenders got hugged there.
There it is.
Fair tackle.
That's too bad because A.J. Martin made a nice run.
It's kind of a big bear hug takedown, it looked like. Let's see if we can see on replay where the hold was. I saw one of the linemen kind of right here, 65, holding
and the play's already over.
The guy's like, look at me, I'm getting held.
Yeah, and the play's already over. You don't hold when the running back goes by you. If you're going to hold, you have to do it before he gets to you. Oh, well. Science Hill will try it again. First down. Diamond. From the shotgun. He'll hand off up the middle. Oh, there's a collision. And I mean, A.J. Martin was pulverized.
not once, but twice.
Looked like Parrish Combs with a big hit there for David Crockett. No, that was Aiden Clark, a freshman for David Crockett there.
Heck of a lick. Diamond still from the spread. He's going to hand it to Martin. Martin going on that left side again. This time, no go. 1:52 left here in the fourth quarter.
It's going to be third down now for Science Hill.
And I think both sides just want this game over with. Although it's good to see the young kids on the field get some experience. It's going to be their turn soon. From the shotgun, here we go. Diamond rolling right. Diamond looking, throwing. And there's a nice catch over the middle by number 34. And that is Jaden Swift.
He's going to be short of the first down, so it'll be fourth down for Science Hill.
A lot of the backups in the game now.
We got 2 yards for Science Hill now. Be 4th and 2 for the Toppers as we approach 1:20 left here in the game. We'll see if Science Hill can pick up this first down.
Diamond has shown a lot of composure for a young quarterback. He's going to hand it off to Martin. Martin's got a block, and then he's just trying to run for that first down. It's going to be close, but I think he's going to come up just short.
I don't think he did. It looks like a turnover on downs, and I would say it's time for the victory formation. And
I believe you are right, my friend.
Take a couple knees, and
here comes Larkin out on the field. That's what's going to happen. Little high five action as the Crockett Pioneers defense comes off the field, greeted by that offense.
Science Hill band still into the game, though, and all the fans hanging out here tonight enjoying the rest of this
girl
game.
With a big smile. Look at this crowd. This is the Crockett side. Nobody has budged tonight because if you leave, you don't get a seat.
This is a big deal for David Crockett, not only to beat Science Hill, but to beat him this badly and win it by 4 touchdowns.
Huge deal.
Take a knee here by Larkins. As we hit 1 minute mark, I might have to take one more knee. So Cade Larkins, he had 5 touchdown passes tonight, 1 rushing, 6 touchdowns. There's head coach Hayden Chandler. He needs a little water.
He's going to cramp.
As he will now improve to 11-0 in the regular season as a head coach. That's the final play of the ball game.
As that clock ticks down, 15, 14, 13.
What a performance by David Crockett. 62 points they put up tonight.
62-34. That's your final. David Crockett at home defeats Science Hill in a game that was very, very entertaining.
What a performance by David Crockett. This offense put it up against anybody else in Northeast Tennessee here.
Some really good sportsmanship, though, by both clubs as they do some high fives here at the 50-yard line. Both teams look exhausted.
The student section for David Crockett, they were here all game. Good job by them to provide a lot of excitement. And certainly the star of this game, you know, he had a bunch with Larkins, had 6 total touchdowns. You know, Prince Colley had 3 touchdowns and an interception. Ronquil Joyner had an interception, a couple touchdowns.
All right. So once again, your final, it's all over, 62-34. You've been watching Toyota Friday Night Rivals, powered by your East Tennessee Toyota dealers. We'll be back.
It's model year closeout at Champion Chevrolet on the Motor Mile in Johnson City. Trax $15,995, Equinox $29,995, Blazer $27,995, Traverse $27,995, Camaro $23,995. Champion Chevrolet.
How'd they do that?